to our Blurns Tears fam. It's your man Subliminal 209. Got my boy Culley in the building, and this is Knicks after party. Tomorrow's a big day for us. We got the Summer League. We finally gonna play a game. We got the Warriors out of all teams. I mean, they trying to set us up from the beginning of jump. Like, come on, Adam Silver. You know he don't like us. He gonna give us the defending champs first game, trying to kill these kids' confidence from the beginning. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, let's do it. I mean, how y'all feel about that matchup? How y'all feel about our youngins? I mean, who's starting? What it do, Culley? You there?
What it do? Yeah, I'm here.
What's good?
Listening to you, man.
And how you feel about that matchup, though?
You mean the lineup, or you mean against the Warriors?
I mean, against the Warriors. I mean, they
Summer League. I mean, Warriors, they're usually good in Summer League, but who cares?
I mean, they playing James Wiseman. This is third year.
James Wiseman versus Jericho Sims, the attack of the Sims.
Yep.
All right, man. Sims is out there. Sims got his weight up.
He got his bank numbers up now too.
Right.
So he got to be feeling good.
Nice contract. He's good, man. I'm glad my man is long term.
Yeah. I know his confidence is at an ultimate high right now.
Turn his AC off.
Don't you think though? I mean, you think he gonna, play a little extra harder? I mean, bring a little more to the table, have some oomph in his game.
Absolutely, man. He's coachable. He knows what's up, man. Tibbs is his coach. He knows to play hard. You know what I mean?
I mean, speaking of the coach, it's gonna be Yoshimoto and not Tibbs. Look who we got in the building. We got the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. Uncle Free Z.
What's good, boss? What's good, boss?
That's good.
Warriors, come out and play.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Warriors, come out and play.
We got
That's good.
I mean, they caught that out from us in the beginning of this, not the beginning, but the middle of the season earlier. And that was with the Curry and all them. So I mean, the youngest can get it too, though. You feel me?
They can get it. They can get it, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get it, boss. Yeah, man. We ain't worried about them, bro. We gonna go in there and do our thing, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, support Knicks after party. I already put the bat signal in the air. I already went to the homepage. Made sure everybody knew that we was on. Y'all come in here, rock with Subliminal 209 and the Culley Goat.
The Culley Goat. I like that one.
Yeah, man.
So what you think? What the starting lineup look like? You think it's Deuce at the point?
That's interesting.
Is IQ's not running this year, is he?
Nah.
You don't need to know. I mean, IQ's pretty proven in the league now, I guess. You don't need to know more. Is Obi running this year?
Nah, they third years. Usually 1 and 2 years. That's why I was surprised when James Wiseman was out there on the roster.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised too. Okay, well that's good because they're pretty much proven in the league, I guess. Well, not proven, but you know what I mean. They're established.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I didn't even really. I looked at the schedule. I mean, I looked at the lineup. I didn't really. Can't remember the names. I know Kills is in there, of course. Grimes, Deuce,
MJ Walker, Amir Sims, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I feel like all those guys you just mentioned are all starters. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Deuce should be the starter. I mean, Quinn Grimes should be the shooting guard.
Yeah.
Right.
MJ Walker should be the small forward. You got Fahrenheit as a power forward, even though he's really not that powerful.
Garrison Brooks should be out there.
As a starter?
Who? I'm sorry, Fahrenheit.
Garrison Brooks. You put him as
no. I don't have him as a starter.
Then Jericho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold him down the fort. You know what I'm saying? Protecting the paint, going toe to toe against Wiseman. That's how I see it. You guys see it any differently though?
No, man.
No, not really. Because it's who we really looking at. Who we really what's it like? What new faces we really looking forward to? Just Kills, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Claudio Montero.
I actually like
Nice,
him.
wow.
I'm not crazy about him, but I actually like Hunt, man. So I do want to see more from him. I actually get to watch him in the summer league, so I'll be definitely looking at Hunt.
Yeah, Farron Hunt is a bodega.
Obi
Yeah, I heard you.
Jeremy Sohan.
Oh, just Sochan, right? Sochan, that's what you said.
Yeah, he's a street vendor. He's a Fulton Street Jeremy Sohan.
You do know
I would compare him more to Obi, a high flyer, someone who leaks out. Culley and I made a comment that in the season, him and both Obi are going to leak out. Both of them are going to try to catch the oop, run into each other, going airborne, and then the ball goes out of bounds.
Nah, you don't like Farron Hunt defense though? Farron Hunt's a defender though.
Defender, he's athletic. He's actually not bad at the ball on the floor either, but he's not a pure scorer, but he's not bad.
Nah, I think he like you remember Jerome Williams, Junkyard Dog?
Williams. Yeah.
Was that from the Sonics?
No,
from the Raptors and from
one more team.
Somewhere else, I forgot.
Did he play the next? I hope not. Did he? I don't know. I thought he did at one point. Yeah, Jerome Williams. I remember him, the Junkyard Dog. Yeah, Raptors. That's what I remember him from.
Yeah.
Carter.
Well, hopefully Farron Hunt, picks up where he left off in the season with his 0 points and his 0 field goal percentages.
and a blown dunk. Remember the blown dunk? Man, are you that nervous, bro? You that nervous?
Yeah,
averaging 2 minutes per game. I mean, So we'll see though. This is more of an opportunity to see what he can do. So I'm excited about that. Boys hype. Man. I mean, there's nobody to look over his shoulder. He's gonna get these minutes. That's the big question though. Is Yoshimoto gonna run all of Tibbs' system, or is he gonna sprinkle in a little bit of his own? I mean, is he gonna be strict on minutes? Does he have a certain rotation of who he likes and who's running with who? Is he gonna have a quick trigger? Does he leave the hot hand out there? I mean,
Yoshimoto, I think he leaves the hot hand.
What you think, Culley?
I think he leaves the hot hand out there. I think he might be a little different than Tibbs. I mean, it's a summer league too. So
summer league.
Yeah, summer league. You gotta.
Is he in guys' faces or is he throwing up high fives? I mean, what's he doing?
He's more of more of a playbook? He's more of a playbook, simple coach. I think I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. It's summer league. I don't know if they're playing to win or playing to see what they have. I really don't know. It's playing to see development. I really don't know.
I say both.
What if we come out? What if the Knicks come out and beat the Warriors in game 1? Right? Then what do we do? Do you just try to run the table and try to win the summer league, or do you still try to assess and develop guys? That's the thing that I'm concerned with, because winning a title, regardless what title it is, whether it's a preseason undefeated, summer league championship, playoff berth, some of this stuff is important to the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I was getting at. Like Adam Silver tried to set us up by giving us the defending champs for the first game, try to kill these youngins' confidence. But now we're going to flip it on them. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take this dub.
Well, I will say, I seen somewhere Grimes said he wants to dominate the summer league. I seen it earlier today. He said he wants to come out dominating.
What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
He's probably gonna look to cook. He wants to look like how he looked in I guess before he got drafted, like in high school. He was cooking in high school, I will say. Grimes was cooking in Houston. He probably wants to look like that, like how he looked at the combine last year, where he looked comfortable, defending on both sides, not just one side, both sides.
Yep.
You might want to. Plus, like he said, I read the article. He said, I got a year in. He said, I know how the game is now. I mean, that's all it takes for guys. They figure out how the game is. It just has to slow down for them. They have to figure out. You know how it goes. When you get to the league, defenders are just as fast as you, probably faster, so stronger, all that stuff. So he knows what it's like. You know how you have to beat guys off the dribble. My only thing with him, I wish he had an elite first step. Freezy probably doesn't care to talk about him. He's a ham sandwich, but
so you don't think he added that to his repertoire? This offseason, what do you think he worked on? What do you think he worked on to bring to the table to kind of show off what he added to the bag?
Only thing I seen,
he probably brought some tomatoes, maybe some mayonnaise,
lettuce,
maybe some lettuce, maybe some Swiss cheese.
a better Ziploc bag.
Can't have that Swiss cheese defense though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you saw the videos he was working out with Penny Hardaway. If he get that crossover dribble, spin, step back, you know what I'm saying? Jumper.
Right.
Woo,
A brown paper. No, this is not a replay harpoon.
it's
I saw
over.
I was going to answer your question too. I don't know if Chris Duarte. I think Chris Duarte is playing because I think he's healthy now. He had that injury, right? He have an injury in the season, something like that.
I don't know.
He had an injury, I think, that put him out for a while.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, I like Chris Duarte, but he reminds me of Grimes. But it's funny. Yeah, maybe a better Ziploc bag, better brown paper bag. That's what he'll improve on.
Maybe a lunchbox. You know what I'm saying? You know,
but
a hug juice.
No, I think Grimes. I think he can't work. You can't really work on an elite first step. You have to be gifted. So you have to be gifted with athleticism. If he had athleticism, though, he'd be a problem. But he doesn't. He doesn't have that. Pretty much IQ. You have to beat people off of IQ. You know, attack your man off the dribble. As soon as you get the ball, just catch him sleeping. You have to beat people with that. That's all. So he has to be one of those type of guys.
Okay.
High IQ guy. I'm looking forward. You know, my favorite guy. My favorite guy is the Deuce, Mr. Deuce.
Yeah, man.
Probably
So
gonna be.
you don't not to cut you out though. You don't think what was he working on with Penny Hardaway then?
I just saw shooting. That's it. A lot of people said he can't. Well, I don't know. I mean, everybody knows he can shoot, but a lot of people say he needs to get his buckets up. I see a lot of people say he needs to get better at the rim. I mean, he didn't get enough. I don't think he got enough. He got time. I don't think he got enough time. But we'll see. Like I said, the guy has a bag. He has to get better at beating this man to get to the rim before anything. So, but like I said, the man can shoot. I can see him averaging. If he gets good minutes, I can see Grimes averaging a good 12. You know, a good
12 minutes. Talking about 12 minutes a game.
No, a good 12 points. I think with steady minutes, I think he can get up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
We'll take that. We'll take that for sure.
Yeah,
We talking summer league though. What he getting in summer league?
what's he gonna
He
get?
had like 15. He had like 15 last summer.
About that, maybe 20. But I think he says he's coming to dominate. So we'll see. Deuce, that's what I really want to touch on too. Deuce, Deuce, like established 1993 said. I think with Deuce, he got some minutes in the league, but he got more so. You know, I think he kept his blade sharp with the G League. So I think he'll definitely cook too. I think that's the one you can't sleep on. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the one to not sleep on. Who's going to make the Knicks trade IQ? You know what? Established 93. I said the same thing as you. Not so much trade IQ, like force Tibbs' hand or force the front of his hand, but I did say Deuce is going to break out if you just give him a chance. I said that. People think I'm crazy. I'm standing on it. Until we trade him, I'm standing by that. People going to see that we had somebody in our backyard this whole time. You didn't have to pay no. I mean, Jalen Brunson's solid, but you don't have to pay no money to look for somebody you don't have to look for. But everybody will see. I'm just gonna book it. Bim.
Bim.
And that's just it.
And there it is. There it is. Right? I mean, there it is right there. So I feel you. I just find it hard to watch an NBA player double their scoring average without adding something to their bag. And then plus, in last year's summer league, he started out really slow.
Right.
Remember, we was like, y'all remember how I was killing Grimes last summer league about this time last year?
Very slow, yeah.
I was like, it was a bust. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. It was the start of Splinters, yes.
Yeah.
Splinters in your behind.
Yeah. So, hey, he better not start off slow, bro, Culley, because if he start out slow,
you want to tear him up.
But he said he gonna dominate though, so that means he got to shut down Moses Moody too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Moody?
Okay.
I don't think Moses. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you coming out to dominate, you gotta, dominate on both ends of the floor.
Of course,
so that'll be his matchup.
No, of course. That's why I said I think he's gonna go for dominate both sides, defense and all. We're gonna see. The guy can play make too a little bit, man. He's not a bad passer. We're gonna see, man. I just can't wait to see. I'm looking forward to. Oh, well, I'm not looking forward to it, but I am. Like I said, I'm a fan of Deuce, man. I'm the biggest fan of Deuce.
I already got it recorded. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready to watch.
Yo, we're gonna have a live representative at the game. We got Rob, the knowledgeable Nick, the OG. He gonna be live at the game, shooting footage to Lawrence Tears. So we're gonna be on live during the game, right? tomorrow, and so we might get to see these cats up close and personal. And he said he had some connect. I think he gonna try to talk to one of the Knicks, like some kind of surprise. I'm thinking it might be Miles McBride.
Shout out to Rob the Nick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the knowledgeable Nick. Yeah, the OG, double OG. We'll see how that goes, because sometimes, even the best made plans can go awry. But he said it live on the network. He told me on the phone, so he's confident that he'll be able to do something, and we'll appreciate anything. So
most definitely.
Yeah, man.
So he putting the clamps on Moody, huh, Culley? So what Moody getting tomorrow? What's his stats look like? If he's shutting them down.
30.
30?
Yeah. No.
30 what?
Maybe
double 30.
Kamingo.
Yeah.
For him.
I can see Moody going. I can see Moody going for 30. I think they're going to showcase this kid.
He might know. Second year, he's going to look to dominate too, just like Grimes.
Just like Jordan Poole. Remember that kid Jordan Poole in Summer League and G League?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
The thing about that though is even if they get switched on, you got Deuce right there, and Deuce is a great defender as well. So I'm okay with that backcourt as far as defensive and with Deuce and Grimes. So even if he gets switched on, Deuce is going to be in his chest, you know what I'm saying? Or with those long arms, he's going to
So he might not get 30, but he might get like 29.
I don't know. I'm with Culley on this one. I think Kuminga got the better chance of scoring 29 or 30 than Moody.
On Farron Hunt and Quentin Grimes? I don't know.
Then you had to let me think about that one. And then you got Sims right there. Sims guarding and protecting the rim as well. So
yeah, because the thing about Summer League is lottery picks are so much better than Westchester call-ups. This is like in this all-star game type setting, these top 10 guys are so much better. Y'all remember Kobe in Summer League?
No.
I man, Kobe in Summer League looked so much better than everybody, bro. It was like, why is he even out here? You know what I'm saying? And Kobe was the 13th pick. And I'm thinking, look, for instance, you remember how Zion looked against the Knicks? Zion legit took Kevin Hart's soul out of his chest. Remember that?
Yeah, he was never the same after that. He was never the same.
Yeah.
Right. That's embarrassing. It was actually embarrassing.
His soul just snatched his soul right out.
Yeah, man.
The rap.
Yeah, these top 10 guys, bro. I'm not saying Moses Moody is the second coming of Jordan, but when you talk about like the top 10 guys versus the top 20 guys, you can tell who's top 10. But then you talking about top 10 guys versus dudes that are barely first round picks, then you like, yeah, I can see the difference. And then you talking about top 10 guys versus guys that have just been drafted. You're like, they shouldn't even be on the same court. And then you throw out there guys that ain't even been drafted, just unsigned free agents. They're gonna kill them dudes, bro. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying that their players are better than our players. I'm saying in general, top 10 guys are just that much better than say guys that just got a G League, got a Summer League invite. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Frank Ntilikina was doing anything out there.
Yeah, Frank always been hurt during Summer League too, bro.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, that was one of the knocks. If Frank could have played Summer League, if Frank could have ran point in Summer League, that probably would have helped in his development. But now, I mean,
last time I think.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, but it is what it is, man. I mean, the expectation should be that all these guys leave this thing healthy. That's what we should expect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we expecting Grimes to average a triple-double and 30 points a game, like 30, 10, and 10, I think that might be too much to ask. But if he just go out there and showcase his new handles, and even if he don't score a point, if he go out there and facilitate, lockdown on defense, I think that'd be a plus for us.
Is this game tomorrow or
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow, 8:00.
Tomorrow, what time?
8:00.
8:00. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be looking forward. If I don't forget. I'm not looking the most forward, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like these guys have a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been watching Blowing Tears. They know they've been called ham sandwiches this whole year, so they got something to prove.
Yeah. Deeks and Watson.
You know who else? You know who's gonna be pretty tough in OKC? I think I said OKC. My goodness, that's who I think is gonna be tough in summer league. That's what I meant to say. I think they're gonna be pretty tough in summer league.
Well, they got nothing but youngins, so they really don't.
Yeah,
they got some good talent though.
Tailor made. This is tailor made for them.
They got both Jalen Williams. They got Usman Dang, the guy we should have had. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah,
but they got Chet, man. It's gonna be I don't think we're playing them though. But
Chet was getting bullied by Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton tore him up.
Yeah.
I called him Charles Barkley during the live stream that we had when I was giving him his comparison. So
he got drafted by the Grizzlies too, man. He's tough, man. He's gonna
he didn't get drafted. He was undrafted. Signed afterwards though.
He went late second round.
Something we could have did.
Yeah, something we could have. We got enough power forwards. He's really a power forward, right?
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Okay, so who's our? I saw the live stream, the uncast. So who's our third string power forward?
Taj.
And if Taj ain't here, I mean Taj is a long term.
Who's our third string small forward?
Was it small forward or power forward?
Yeah, because we don't have one.
We don't have a power forward either. Because if you waive top $5 million, then
we'll have right. You're right. So we'll have a vacancies at both spots, right?
That's
right.
Okay.
Okay.
We could have easily got this guy and developed him.
Yeah, Tibbs doesn't believe in developing. I'm just over it now. Well, actually, I mean he does, but just not young guys. He has his way of doing it with the young guys. So it is
right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, we kept all the youngins. So I mean, apparently we are developing them.
Yeah, but how much do they play? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, they'll get some run this year.
Yeah.
Maybe not your guy because we just signed Kills, so he may take Deuce's minutes.
No, but just Grimes. It was a lot for Grimes to even play too, and Sims, both of them, man.
And then Sims got signed, so I mean he showed up and showed out. So.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it's all after the first year. It's all after the first year. Tibbs don't have a choice now. Don't have a choice now. All his bets got taken away. Well, most of them, at least. So we'll see.
Man, we got Tibbs for everything.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Still, man, I'm putting all my chips on Deuce, man. He's gonna be a fourth string, so it is what it is.
Okay.
Deuce is walking on eggshells right now. I don't know how much longer he'll be around. Especially if he doesn't have a good summer league, and Kills shows out, then he just got leapfrogged.
Yeah. I suppose still ain't gonna get no run.
Because that was my comparison. I was like, why did we get Trevor Kills if he's a bigger version of Deuce, but maybe on a better offensive player than Deuce, but maybe not as good on the defensive end. And by drafting him and picking up, Jean Montero, then they're not comfortable with Deuce. You know what I'm saying?
About Jean Montero.
Yeah, they're not comfortable with Deuce. So, I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like Brunson's a perfect point guard to have though to kind of mentor those guys, mentor the IQs, mentor the Deuce, mentor the Kills because none of those guys have elite athleticism.
Right.
With the Jean Claudio, Rose is perfect for mentoring him because he got that elite speed, that burst, the quick handles, the vision, the playing. I'm not saying he plays above the rim, but D Rose plays below the rim now. Where he's saying how to get those angles, throw a little bit of English off the glass, do it on the reverse layups, things like that. So I feel like that'll be a good teacher. We just have the best of both worlds now for all the different types of point guards that we have.
They wasting him, man. The G League, man, killed in the G League on night in, night out. They wasted him.
Well, then the summer league should be nothing. Then you know what I'm saying? He should.
Summer league, yeah.
It shouldn't be. We're gonna see. It shouldn't be. Exactly. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see tomorrow, Clay. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Be here. You know what I'm saying? 8 o'clock.
Get some.
I can't wait to I can't wait to see my guy.
Don't worry, I'll remind you tomorrow. Don't even trip. I got you.
I'm gonna be blowing Culley phone up tomorrow during summer league. Culley gonna be over there with his girl, and I'll be like, "Hey, Culley, did you see that? Did you see that shot?" I'm gonna be blowing Culley phone up, bro.
So ESPN tomorrow.
ESPN 2, right?
ESPN 2? Yeah, I think it's ESPN 2. Freezy, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, we're gonna be live on the air. Rob the Nick will be in the building. I'm gonna call him tomorrow to make sure he made it to Vegas okay,
right.
And then get some live footage during the show. That'll be dope. Hopefully he can get an interview with somebody, pull somebody to the side. Hopefully we can get somebody like a current Knicks player. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like a somebody that's just going in to support. Like maybe somebody just going in to support.
I hope he interviews Grimes just for you.
Oh, that'd be so dope. That'd be so dope. I'd be like, yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Wonder Bread and Dietz and Watson champion.
Yes.
Dietz, and for those that don't know, Dietz and Watson is luncheon meat, so it's the sub meat. So
I want to see that place tomorrow too. I'm actually looking forward to that too. I forgot about that. I forgot about all the rookies, man. When did the Blazers play? So I can see. I got to see Shaedon Sharp against talent, against actual talent.
Did you see that dunk he did? Did you see that dunk he did in the Trailblazers facility?
I think I did.
That dude got to have a 70-inch vertical, bro.
We got 49.
That dude has got to have like a 77-inch vertical, bro.
We play them on Monday.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah.
Okay. Grimes and Deuce got to work, man. Don't let this kid outshine him.
Then they made that trade too, though. So they got Keon Johnson. You know what I'm saying? They got Luka Garza.
Oh, the Jeremy Grant trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they got them guys.
Yep.
Portland, yeah.
Oh, so they got a whole bunch of youngins. Luke Garza might have a good summer league.
Yeah. CWC, CWC drops the Woj bombs, right? The CWC bombs. He said Luka Garza gonna be an all-star this year.
Okay, we'll see. I think he'll be a summer league all-star, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I can see him having a good summer league. I can see it, man. That's good. That's good for him. Keon Johnson, I think he'll have a good one too. Can't really shoot, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I would love to have him on the roster, bro.
Me too. That's one of the.
I would trade Grimes and McBride for him right now.
That's one of the point guards I wanted in last year's draft. Remember, it was a whole bunch of point guards I wanted, man. Him from Tennessee. I think it was another one that was in front of Jaden. Was it Jaden? Whatever his name was. That was on Tennessee. I think Keon Johnson.
Springer.
Jaden Springer, yeah.
Jaden Springer.
I wasn't high on him.
But Jaden Springer was
Jerry Springer. Is he related to Jerry Springer?
I think so. I think so. Ding, 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 ding. I think so.
No, Keon Johnson. Yeah, I liked him, man. Good defender, athletic. Just shooting. He has a shooting well.
He reminded a lot of us of Latrell Sprewell. Keon Johnson. But look, not 28-year-old Latrell Sprewell, man. I'm talking about young Sprewell. About around when Sprewell and y'all remember Sprewell and Robert Ory played at Alabama together.
Yeah, I remember.
They was dunking on everybody, bro. They was Robert Ory, Hollywood Robinson, Latrell Sprewell, the Alabama team, bro. Yeah, it was disgusting what they was doing to people, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know nothing about it. Well, that's dope. That's dope, man.
Man, I just hope Deuce goes out there and puts the Timmy crossover on somebody since, we got him in-house right now. He might as well be taking advantage of having Hardaway there. He got to do something. I mean, I'm looking forward to these guys doing something, that we haven't seen yet.
Deuce going to surprise. I'm telling you, he's going to surprise a lot of people. That's why I cannot wait, man. This is the guy I've been – because last year I had a selection of guys I wanted the Knicks to draft at the point guard. Sharif Cooper was not one of them, but Keon Johnson.
He is a restricted free agent, though, Culley.
Who?
Sharif Cooper.
Oh, okay.
No, we got Montero. I mean, he's pretty much.
Yeah, Montero.
Yeah, we got Deuce. We got Deuce too.
No, but I mean, as far as like play style, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. And he's not the defender that Deuce is. So I'm all right. I'm right on him.
I mean, what's the name? Coach Colorblocks is not very big on Montero. That's funny.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the yeah, but yeah, I wanted Trey May was the number one guard I wanted. That was the number one guard, and we missed all of them, And McBride was one of them too. Deuce was one of them. I looked at him. I'm like, oh, he could be another Marcus Smart. Good pull up, good midi pull up, very sound game. And we got him, and I was happy, man. Now it's like here we are, still not. I mean, I don't know. We still have struggling. We still have a struggle with the point guard position. So we'll see. I mean, but we upgraded that. We got Brunson. Brunson's a good man. I think he's a good mentor to a guy like Deuce. So we'll see how it works.
So Jericho got paid. Do you feel like he's? I know he's on cloud 9 right now. Do you feel like that it's going to show on the court just ASAP?
Absolutely.
I would like him just to be a little more outspoken. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he's probably the oldest guy out there in summer league for the Knicks.
Yeah. 23.
I mean, 4 years of college.
24.
Yeah, 4 years of college, 1 year in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean,
can you believe him and Mo Bamba came into Texas at the same time?
Right.
And then Mo Bamba left, and then he backed up Jackson Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Jackson Hayes left, and then he backed up. I keep forgetting the dude's name. And then that guy left, and then Jericho Sims started with the guy from Portland, Greg Brown.
Greg Brown. Yeah.
Brown.
I like Greg Brown.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't try to show up and do too much like his videos and trying to shake somebody from the top of the key, because his legs were way too spread apart trying to, shake and get to the cup. Like, you got to keep those handles a little tight, you know what I'm saying, and close your footing a little more. I hope he just, does something simple like a little pump fake at the charity stripe and just go hard in the paint and yam on Wiseman. He
can jump, bro. People forget Sims can jump, bro.
Yeah, Sims gonna be all right, man.
They say I saw something, and I don't believe half half the stuff on the internet is lies, and half of the stuff that's remaining is just not true. You know what I'm saying? But I saw something where they said Jericho Sims had somewhere between a 45 and 48 inch vertical. For a dude 6'9", 6'10", to be jumping.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say, remember when he hit his head on the rim last year at the combine?
Yeah.
I was like, what? He just kind of looked at his hand, make sure he wasn't bleeding. Trying to shake that off. I was like, bruh, we gotta sign him just off top just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we need some athleticism over here.
Yeah.
Boogie definitely co-signed him heavy. Jay Boogie co-signed him heavy last summer league. Shout out to my man Jay Boogie. I ain't seen him in a long time.
Shout out to Jay Boogie, yeah.
Jay Boogie in the lab right now making songs for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna come out with a summer league song. He'll come out with the Knicks winning the chip.
I can't wait to see who with the next
all sorts of joints.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think he, man. Lawrence Tears got all these dope lyricists, man. I be telling Jay Boogie, man, I'm retired for that bar game, though. Yeah, from the
to the what is it? The microphone. What was the one what was the rap you used?
The what?
The rap you what was the rap you said like 2 days ago?
Bro, I just spit these things off the top of my head. Like yeah, I'm not a book writer, bro. I don't have like the composition notebooks full of bars.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You spit a rap the other day, man.
Culley, I always spit rhymes and write these lines. I can say it again just one more time. I mean, I can do this for days, just spit these bars, drive these fancy cars, and hang out with these stars. I could do this all day, Culley. You know what I'm saying? I could do this all day. I spit. I'm the number one spitter. You know what I'm saying?
I know you can spit all the time, but please give me a good reason why you don't like Grimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think of that one?
Yeah. Oh, that's fire. The Culley GOAT is in the building. Wah. Air horn, DJ Air horn. DJ Air horn was good. Yeah, man. I'm just messing around. Shout out to the people that really do it. Shout out to the people that really, you know what I'm saying, that really do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. I'm more of a like, you know what I'm saying, I'm more like a Diddy, behind the scene dudes that like to produce stuff. That's me. Shout out to people like that do their clothing lines, people that spit them bars, you know what I'm saying, people that do all that. Oh, look at that. I be forgetting. Hey, shout out to Subliminal 209 in the building. You know what I'm saying? Too smooth. Make sure y'all check him out on IG. Make sure y'all put them orders in, man. He doing them custom just for y'all. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all come through and patronize, you know what I'm saying, the business and such. And make sure y'all go check out that Lemon Pepper Freestyle by Culley on YouTube. It's fire. It's fire, bro.
Check it out, man. Check it out.
Yeah, man.
We got you, Established 93. We got you, yeah.
So what you guys think? You guys think these are all just summer league camp bodies? Does anybody have a chance of making the roster, getting that two-way? Because we brought these guys back from the G League a bunch of times. The MJ Walkers, you know, the Farron Hunts, the Amir Sims, you know. Then we signed a Garrison Brooks. You know, do you think any of those guys, are they still bodies? Or are they still G League? Or does anybody, because we only signed Kills to a two-way, so we still have one more two-way, right?
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question about that?
Go
ahead. And I'm asking you a question. It's not rhetorical. It's not so I can set up a point. I'm asking you a question because I kind of want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that we have roster spots available to add anybody?
Yeah, we just talked about the small forward and the power forward positions available. So
no. I mean outside rosters, but because I'm talking about outside of the house, not in house.
Oh,
because like do you think there's a chance for somebody that's got an outside shot to make the roster? No, because we got 14 spots, right? And they could easily give
that spot to Taj.
Give the spot to someone.
Yeah, or Taj. Yeah.
We've been asking for Taj to go to the staff. You know, we've been asking for him to. I don't know. They seem like they're taking away Tibbs' guys, so he may be the next on the chopping block to just be, you know, cut loose and just.
Well, my thing is, before you answer that, my thing is, if they're looking to take away Tibbs' guys, right? Maybe they, and now we know a week ago that there's interest in Rose, right? Are they looking to trade away these guys for value or just for money, financial, to free up financial flexibility?
I think that's reckless though, because if you and the reason why I say it's reckless is if you trade away these guys, you still have to pay a certain level in salary cap. Right. So say you get rid of Rose and Fournier, right? That's $32.5 million. Right. That means all of a sudden the Knicks are only at $80 million in salary cap space. Right. Now, what do you do with that $32.5 million? Right? Do you just not fill it and then at the end of the year split it up and give the $32.5 million to the players that's on the roster, which is commanded by the CBA? Or do you go out and get a OG Anunoby type player? You know what I'm saying? Because either way, because even if you go get OG Anunoby, you still gonna have about $15 million from that trade, but then like $3 million in existence. So you still gonna have $18 million left. So what do you do with it? Why not just keep Rose and Fournier? Then you won't have to go through this roster and then go through that process. I'm sorry. Go through the process is what I'm getting at. And then or because the other year, you remember the other year, we had $10 million in cap space, and we wound up giving it to a scrub named Luca Vildoza. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
Oh, we gave it to Luca Vildoza and a clown named Farron Hunt. I mean, not Farron Hunt, but what's the guy named SpongeBob Hands? The big SpongeBob.
Not Tony Thingy. Oh, Novell Poe.
Norvell Pell. Yeah, we wound up giving the money to Luca Vildoza and Norvell Pell.
Yeah, when we got rid of Pell, we still had to pay him, right?
Yeah, we gave him a guaranteed contract, and we could have kept Terrence Ferguson and Vincent Poirier. You know what I'm saying? You remember we got Terrence Ferguson and Vincent Poirier 2 seasons ago at the trade deadline, the Austin Rivers Iggy Brasdakis trade at the trade deadline.
Right. I remember that one. Yes.
Yeah. So it's. And I understand what people are saying. They're like, "Hey, just trade Fournier and Rose because if you keep them, you got to give them minutes. The money don't really matter as much as the minutes do. Like clear the way for the kids. But look, if you trade, if you keep the money, you still got a veteran is still going to play, right? The smart thing to do would be trade both for Westbrook, and tell Westbrook to go somewhere. Like, don't let Westbrook play. That would be, in my opinion, that would be the smart thing. That way you could play the kids. You can get rid of Rose and Fournier's contract. And at the end of this season, when Westbrook contract expires, you'll have $47 million in cap space. Right. But at the end of this season, Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier will still be under contract. And you won't have no cap space.
Yeah, but they I think that they learned from their mistakes because they did that, like you mentioned, last year as far as having extra money. You know, we thought they were going to give it to the kids for doing such a great job, but they ended up, spending it, like you mentioned. Vildoza that never got signed, that kind of just was a body at camp and then never got signed for the season.
Who do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
But I don't think they're playing to win. Tibbs is playing to win. So they're going to keep Rose. I feel like they'll keep Rose. Like I mentioned, he's still a good mentor. He still has, he's still that spark off the bench. It gives IQ, just someone else to kind of handle the rock and not just him with the second unit. You still get a bucket if he needs to, but that would be the smart thing to do, is open up that 14 milli, look to see what you get for Rose. I heard, Milwaukee wanted him or somebody wanted him for something. Now, he still has value out there, but we're talking about this is Tibbs' guy too. So I don't think that, they'll trade him or they'll get rid of him for that reason. And Fournier, he was our best shooter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, or was it Burks? Anyways, he broke the 3-point record. So he's one of our better shooters. He's probably the best 3-point shooter right now. Now that Burks is gone, so you kind of just can't let that go because we still need shooting. Yes, he's that defensive liability. Yes, we would like him to run with the second unit, but that's just not going to happen. So I don't think either one of those guys get moved right now in the beginning of the season. If we're losing, then there's something for him at trade deadline. That would be a possibility. For right now, I think these guys are here to stay.
You talking about Fournier, Rose and Fournier?
Rose and Fournier, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think more so Rose. Teams could use both guys. Because last year we couldn't. I don't know if they tried last season at the deadline or if teams just didn't want none of the guys. The guys' value was just shot. All the veterans, their value was shot. They was all having horrible years. Rose was hurt. Wasn't going to trade him off at all. He wasn't even coming back. There was no point. Fournier didn't start picking up till the second half. But I don't think teams wanted him because we look bad. Teams want. I think what makes guys' value look better is when teams are winning, man. When teams are winning and players are playing good, the value is through the roof. Just why some people say, oh, if they're going to trade Randall, they want to boost his value. If he plays good, you would think, why trade him? Same way any other guy on the team, why trade him? Why trade Rose? If Rose has a good year, So I don't
Because
know.
we know he's that ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? We know when we need him, he's not there. So that's the way I look at it though. But I don't know. I feel like if they would have got rid of him, they would have got rid of him earlier before free agency, the way they did Burks and Noel,
Right.
And Kemba at that for that
So-
matter, or as a draft.
What is OG's contract? I know he has about 4 years. I think
18 million.
8. So he gets 18 a year. Okay.
I think that's accurate. But let me.
Oh, you froze. Wait, Sub, you're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I was looking to see if you froze too. Yeah, I think yeah, OG. I guess trading Taj and D Rose that would free up for OG, right? That's $5 million. That's $14 million. Yeah, that's about 19, right? It's about right? Or was it 16?
I don't know how much OG makes.
No, he makes about 18, 19. It's about there.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna do it though. So you're adding a first round pick or?
Well, yeah, I mean, you should. You traded for what, 4 of them or 3 of them? I can't remember. I think it was 3. You should package one of those. You got to use them picks for something. I know they ain't drafting 4 guys next year, maybe 2 at best, but you better use that. Maybe throw some second rounders in there. Do something. Knicks better do something. I know they could use a veteran point guard. I don't know who's playing behind. Well, that actually, then again, I don't know. I know they got Malachi Flynn ain't bad either, but. We'll see. I wouldn't mind OG on the team. I think he's being shopped, I guess, because of Scotty Barnes. So, yeah.
You don't think we need a veteran point guard though?
We have Jalen Brunson. That's our veteran point guard. So
I know, but the second unit.
I mean, yeah.
Are you running IQ? You running IQ and good with that?
Yeah, man. You got some options at the second unit. Yeah, you got Deuce, IQ. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I've seen some videos of IQ working on his handles with some, stop and goes. You know what I'm saying? Kind of hit him with a little hezzy.
No, I mean, I will say that he stays in the gym. I will say, but veteran point guard. I mean, yeah, I think we need a bit of everything. We need a sample of everything in the league.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So, what do you think? You think IQ's better running the second unit as a point guard or off ball?
Or I think IQ's a starter.
Starter next to Brunson.
Yep.
Bim.
So where do we get our firepower off the bench then?
Derrick Rose.
Okay, so you guys just talked about getting rid of Derrick Rose, though. So then, if you get rid of Derrick Rose, then who's that guy?
Well, I never said get rid of Derrick Rose. What I was saying is I was exploring the possibility that somebody else brought up. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Well, I'm okay in that scenario though. So we're talking about OG, right? Bringing in OG, getting rid of Rose in this scenario, or what?
Is that what y'all wanted?
No. Well, Freeze, didn't you bring up the scenario of freeing up? Was it 32 million or 20 million for OG? There goes his contract right there.
Yeah.
Was he about that possibility? No.
Okay. So I only brought up I only extended the conversation. Is basically what I'm getting at. Okay. I never championed this, like getting rid of Fournier and Rose, right? Yeah, I was only contributing to the conversation, so to speak.
Right.
But if you have to give up, if you have to give up something for OG, of course you know it's going to be Fournier. Fournier is gone. You know that, right? So because what happened is as soon as you look to acquire OG, you know he's a starter also. So your starting lineup would be Brunson, RJ, OG, Randall, Mitch.
There you go.
Right, and depending on what Toronto wants in return, because I think Grimes is more of a fit what they're looking to do, as opposed to an unprotected first round pick. Because Grimes is a tough perimeter defender, and he seems to fit what Toronto wants to do. If we get to keep Grimes though, and we just offer say a couple of first round picks, say Fournier and a couple of first round picks.
Yeah, I was thinking about the picks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with either. I like OG Anunoby as a player.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the other night I was saying to the chat, the only thing better than a Jimmy Butler is 2 Jimmy Butlers. You know what I'm saying? And RJ and OG Anunoby.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Let me see. How tall is OG Anunoby? Let me go look it up.
6'7", he's 6'7", 232.
Isn't he injury prone though?
Well, I think that's the difference. But the difference between with his stuff is he's never hurt. He's injured. Mm-hmm. Remember last year Nerlens Noel was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember all those games he missed?
Yeah.
He was hurt. Like he was like, yo, can you play through this? Nah, man, I can't play through this. You know what I'm saying? But OG is hurt, like hustle hurt. You know what I'm saying?
So his style of play is what causes him to be injured, like Mitch throwing his body around like that. So it could be his ankle one time and then his shoulder the next. Is it those type of injuries or what?
Now it's like what my man Uncle Alchemy said when he was on the Knicks at Night podcast on 4th of July. It was like, yo, these wing players that do multiple things are always dinged up. They're always chipped up. They're always, when you look at the Otto Porter Jr.'s, the Patrick Williams, you know what I'm saying? The guys like that, the Sean Livingstons, the Andre Iguodala's, the Tony Allens, all these dudes, you ask them to do so many different things that they're bound to miss games because on one night you're chasing. For example, one night you're asking them to chase Allen Iverson around for a double overtime game, and then the next night you're asking them to guard Chris Webber. You know what I'm saying? The guys that are multi-dimensional. When you ask the question, how many positions can he guard? Oh, he could guard 1 through 4. Right? When you have like the Jeremy Sohans, he's going to be an injured guy, not because his body can't, not because he's soft, but you ask him. You put them in these positions. It's like having a tight end in football. They're always dinged up because you're asking them to block defensive ends, linebackers, and D tackles. And then if that don't work, the next play you're asking them to run seam routes to get blasted by a free safety with a full head of steam. You know what I'm saying? Culley, you like football, right? Yeah, you a 49ers fan? You remember this dude Brent Jones?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, he wasn't memorable anyway. So, but what I'm saying is like these guys like tight ends, you ask them to do so many different things. You ask them to block in the short passing game. You ask them to block in the run game, on the intermediate and long game. You ask them to go out for passes and get cut by cornerbacks or blasted up top by safeties, and they're always dinged up. So it's like the OG Anunoby's, bro. Or you only expect them to play 70 games a year. That's just a fact of it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like the reason why Randall can play so many games and is so tough, he only go out one position. He only do, he's a,
Yeah, he's not chasing people around, fighting through screens,
What about Draymond play multiple positions?
No, he played a 4 and 5.
All right.
Yeah, Draymond played a 4 and 5, and he played a pinch post on offense. That's just, But you know who I give you an example of a player on that team that's always dinged up there, but is super tough. Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson guards 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Absolutely.
Right, and then he relocates. He's like the Matrix on offense. You know what I'm saying? Always relocating, always running, always moving. So sub to your question about OG Anunoby, I guess because when you asked me that, you know what I'm saying, I kind of did the neo around your question when the bullets were flying, but it's only because I think there was another question behind that, like, is it worth trading OG Anunoby if he's always going to be hurt? That was a question that I thought you were getting to. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why I went into that long thing about these guys that guards 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, or 1 through 4 or whatever. These guys are always going to be hurt, bro. There's nothing you can do about it because you asked them to sacrifice their body to do this. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to look at who our coach is going to play them heavy minutes.
And heavy minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure, is the risk, worth the reward, knowing that you're not going to get all those games out of him, and he may be injured when you need him. But
I think so. I think so because the alternative. Think about the alternative. The alternative is keep Evan Fournier.
I mean, is he even in trades right now? Is it trade talk? I mean, we're still talking about Ujiri as the president. I mean, he already fleeced us before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't even know if that's something we're able to do. So,
Yeah. Well, how much are you willing to offer for a young 2/3/4 that's on the verge of being an all-star and is already locked in long term at $18 million? His contract's not up for another 3 years.
I'm gonna pass the mic to Culley on that one. What you think, Culley?
We still talking about OG?
Yeah. Plus, he got a dope name, bro. Yeah, the dude name is OG.
Well, we was talking about it when you had Froze. I mean, it probably wouldn't sound appealing to the Raptors. They may want some type of value. I was thinking Rose and Fournier. I mean, I know Rose. I think Rose and Taj clear up the space, to clear up the money. But they're not gonna want no Taj. But I figured maybe they would. But I was thinking of Fournier. Fournier makes the same, right? 18 mil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He makes 17. So yeah, Fournier. But I mean, we kind of do need shooting. People may hate me for that one. A lot of people don't. They want Fournier going. I don't know. So I would throw Rose. I mean,
is OG not a good shooter?
Yeah. But I mean, analytics says I guess that Fournier is the better shooter.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I would take the chance for OG because now you have defense. Pair that up next to Brunson, and we're good to go. That's what you need when you have a guy that's where teams mess up at. It all starts with the backcourt. When you have a backcourt and you have a guy that can't really defend that well in the backcourt, that's when you got to start bringing in the two-way players and versatile defenders. That's when you got to start. So that would be a move in the right direction. You bring in a OG. I think he'll be
Yeah, OG's a better defender, better rebounder, just as good of a shooter. He's younger, and he's a young player locked in for the next 3 years. So it's like you can extend RJ, Cam, IQ, and quickly, and OG will still be under contract. By the time you extend IQ and Obi and their contracts kick in, then it'll be time to pay OG and Anobi.
Right.
Yeah, the last 2
years. And Randall will be coming off the books.
Yeah, the last 2 years, though, he only played 43 games in 2020 and 48 games in 2021, though.
Yeah.
So.
We're talking about OG?
Yeah. Yeah, that's almost, half the year, then a little more than. I don't know. I mean, it does fix the problem as far as everybody going back to their original position. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got RJ going to the 2, OG's at the 3.
Right.
And then let me ask you this: who's more athletic, OG Anunoby or Obi Toppin?
Obi. Obi's still more athletic. But OG's athletic too. But come on, the injuries probably hampered him a little bit.
I think OG Anunoby is just as athletic as Miles Bridges.
Nah. Yeah. But he's up there. He's athletic.
He a bigger body. These dudes we talk about are 220. This dude we talk about is 232.
No, I know.
So in this,
Kelly. I think the injuries hampered him. He's athletic, but he's athletic. He's athletic as you know what. But I think injuries might hamper him just a little bit, hamper him down a little bit. But I think he'd be solid. Well, for the role, I think he'd be solid for the role.
I mean, if you look at it, it's really not much. You're getting rid of Fournier. You're probably throwing a first round pick.
So everybody's saying hell no, Freezy. My man, shout out my man, Quiet Money. GMB Jeff saying no, but yeah, people don't want Fournier going. I like Fournier though, but come on. When guys become available, I notice Knicks fans always say no. Well, certain guys I understand now.
Nah. What it is no disrespect to the Knicks fan. No, I'm not a proponent of trading Fournier for the record. I just want to make that clear. But since it was posed to me, do you trade for OG? I'm like, yeah. If you do it, then Fournier may have to be the one that go. But then again, Knicks fans always say, "Yo, I like such and such and such. We should trade for him." And they go down that road until you tell them the price they have to pay. As soon as they tell you the price, as soon as you tell them the price, they're like, no, man, I ain't doing that deal. You crazy. right?
Mine's not so much the price though; it's the lineups afterwards though, because you're missing shooting from Fournier, like we mentioned. But not only that though, once OG gets hurt, then now what does their lineups look like? You know, who's playing?
More minutes for Cam Reddish.
Probably. Well, we would hope it's more for Cam, but it might be Grimes. Might be Grimes or Hunt. That's the way Tibbs might. Tibbs is not very high, sadly.
I like the depth. I like the depth there. I'm sorry.
No, I'll just
You
ask.
like the depth, you said, Freezy?
I'm sorry.
You said you like the depth?
Yeah, I like the fact that I could rotate OG Anunoby, Cam Reddish, Quentin Grimes, and Farron Hunt. I like that rotation.
You got some guys that you put on the wing right there. You put them on the wing. You got some guys. Yeah, it's kind of like a winning team right there. I think it's solid. It's up to that. It's up to the coach, man. It's up to him to find minutes. I think he would. I think he takes a liking to Grimes more than Cam, though. So you know how that goes.
Quiet Money said he ain't close to Miles Bridges. Are you talking about athletically? Because production wise, they are very, very close.
Let me look at a highlight. Look at a highlight.
I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna go to Basketball Reference and do the player comp, and then I'm gonna put it on the screen and come right back.
I haven't seen OG Anunoby in a long time. I just know he's a good defender. That's all I know. Versatile defender. I know he was at that lineup. He was at the lineup for a minute. I think that was last season. Remember that? Yeah, he's talking about the athleticism. Yeah.
Do you know, like, the injury concerns? Has it been the knees the whole time?
Yeah, the knees. So that's what I say. His knee might have hampered him a bit.
But that's what I'm saying though. If it's the knees, and we've already gone through that with Kemba, and then Rose is always hurt. I'm just tired of injury-prone guys. You know what I'm saying? Because when you need him, will he be available during playoffs? If we make a play, or not even a playoff, play in. You know what I'm saying? When we need that extra punch, is he going to be there?
Right. That's a good question too, because you got to factor in the Tibbs minutes. When Tibbs tries to win, you're going to play. You're going to do overtime at work. So
yeah, then you're forced to go small ball after that point because you're bringing in a Grimes. So then you have a Brunson, a Grimes, and a RJ. You know, at that point. So
right. No, he's talking about the athletic ability. Yeah, I think
that's what I'm getting at. You know, I mean, yeah, it may sound good on paper. You know, like okay, everybody's healthy. This is what the lineup's going to look like. But once things start breaking down, like now then what? That's kind of what I'm getting at.
So, no, I understand. No, I hear you. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Tibbs minutes, it's going to be a lot for him. Someone like him with a knee injury. I'm looking at his highlights now. Yeah, he'd be a perfect wing, man. He'd be a solid starting wing. He could move RJ right back at the 2. Him on RJ on one side of the perimeter, then it's just almighty finesse. I got caught in 4K. He probably talking about last night or the night before last 20. So
and that's why we wanted TJ Warren if we were gonna do an injury prone person, wing that could defend, that could be a defender and get his own bucket as a low cost kind of low risk, high reward. If it doesn't pan out, it would have just been, 1 year, 2 year deal, for $6 million or something like that, but not $18 million for a guy that has always shown he could be healthy for 48 games.
Oh yeah, maybe be like lacking out. No, that's funny though because what was I about to say? What was I about to say? Hey, you made me forget. I forgot. It just slipped my mind because I'm looking at this guy's highlights. It just slipped my head. What I was going to say.
Yeah, and we're talking about a front office who just, did a lot to acquire these first round picks. Are they just willing to throw one away to bring in, to take a flyer on a guy who may not be there?
GMB Jeff, OG actually does fit our system. It's just a matter of his availability. He actually does fit. He's a Tibbs guy all the way. He's just not. He's not really always healthy. That would be a guy Tibbs would love. Tibbs would ride him into the ground. I just know that for sure.
Yeah,
he'd ride him right into the ground. That's like a Tibbs creation right there.
Another bad creation. I wonder where I heard that from. Another bad creation. Where did we hear that from before, man? Tibbs is something.
What other small forwards are available out there, though? I mean, everybody talking about Melo, but he's not a small forward at this point in his career.
No, Melo watch, bro.
He's a mentor. I'm a Melo fan. I don't want him. I want Melo go to a contender. We stack exactly quiet money. We stack picks to go after big fish. So the Knicks are scared to trade for Donovan Mitchell. They scared to even pull the plug. They hesitant. And I'm thinking like hesitant. Leon Rose, you've been hesitant as long as you've been in the front office. That's all you've been in.
Now I just don't think they building. Culley, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I just think they trying to build something different, man. I think they trying to build like a 2000s Portland Jailblazers without the drama.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as what, like the culture, or you mean like the winning?
No, the opposite of the culture. I'm talking about the roster. I think they are trying to build.
I don't see it.
Like positional flex. Yeah, they try. You don't remember the Jailblazers where they was too deep at every position. Like they basically had a borderline all-star at every position.
No, yeah, I remember the team. Yeah, but I don't see no borderline all-stars on this roster. Though. That's the only thing. I mean, I know what you're getting at. Though. I know what you're getting at. But
yeah, but they not there yet though. They you remember Bonzi Wells?
Yes, that was one.
For the Blazers, yeah.
Yeah, they trying to. I think they trying to do like a Bonzi Wells, Ruben Patterson. That's who Quentin Grimes is probably going to be like. That Ruben Patterson without the crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A Bonzi Wells and a RJ Barrett, like a stout dude. RJ Barrett, OG Anunoby type player. That's like 6'7", big, long arms. Above average athletically, multi-dimensional player, can do multiple things, can ball handle a little bit.
But they also had go ahead.
They also had Brian Grant, which you remember they also had Jericho Sims.
And what, and Brian Grant?
Yeah. They the same type of player, bro.
Somewhat.
Yeah, the only thing is Brian Grant was a big, strong dude that can jump and rebound, and we don't know what Jericho Sims is gonna be yet.
They had a Derek Anderson. Remember
him?
From
Kentucky. Yeah, from Kentucky. He played with Ron Mercer. Yeah, and Tony Delp.
Who's closest to Derek Anderson on this team?
Emmanuel Quickly.
I was thinking that too, but maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah, a 3-point shooter that can defend.
Yeah, well, wasn't he athletic too? No.
Yeah, he was an athlete before he hurt his knees. He hurt his knees, and then he became more of a defender, 3-point shooter.
Right. Yeah. Okay. No, I see what you're getting at in a sense. Yeah, it seems like that's what they're trying to build. You mean, without the drama, guys that could do carbon copies.
Yeah, two deep. At power forward, they were 3 deep. At center, I think they were 3 deep. At point guard, I think they were 3 deep. They were like that team was like 12 deep.
Right.
Remember they had Scottie Pippen, Steve Smith, Damon Stoudemire.
They had Detlef Schrempf over there.
Yeah, I mean they were deep, bro.
Dale Davis, I think, was over there. Jermaine O'Neal. No, they had. I like that squad. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think where I see it at. Yes, they should. Yeah, they should. They need depth. The Knicks need everything right now if they want to win.
Hey, Eddie C, want to jump in and sub? Y'all okay with having guests? Or y'all want to just rock for a few more minutes?
No, go ahead. You throw the link in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. My money went bye-bye when I went into sorry to hear that, Nick Yak. My money went by when I went to this. Sorry to hear that, Nick Yak. What did the team that was deep win? That team almost, it was a game away from the finals, man. They lost to the Lakers.
Remember they had Rasheed Wallace. Remember they had Brian Grant, Rasheed Wallace, Jermaine O'Neal.
That's my team. I like that team, man. Jermaine O'Neal. Yeah, I remember. I like that team. Scottie Pippen, Bonzi Wells.
Yeah. Steve Smith.
Yeah, they didn't win nothing. So why are we trying to follow that formula?
Because the reason why they had to build that team like that is because it's hard to find a Kobe Bryant, right? the Lakers had a Kobe Bryant and a Shaquille O'Neal. And so you're not going to be able to get a Shaquille O'Neal or Kobe Bryant out of free agency. But what you can do is load up your team with quality depth at every position and make it a dogfight for minutes every night. Like every time you step on the floor, you can't take no minutes off. You got to play as hard as you can, unless the dude does. It's like when Culley rocking the mic, he got to rock the hell out of it because he know one misstep, Nas will be on stage. You know what I'm saying? So he got to rock the hell out of it.
No, I see what you're saying, Freezy. I notice teams do that when they lose a guy. Like when the Nuggets lost Jeremy Grant, they went out.
Salute.
What's up, boss?
When the Nuggets they went out and doubled up on power forwards. They went out and got Aaron Gordon. Went out and got like maybe two more guys. Like Jermichael Green. I noticed teams do that though. They stack up. The Bucks did it when they lost PJ Tucker. Right. They went out and got Ojale.
Yeah.
Another power forward, small forward. But you know what I'm getting at. Yes, I know what you mean. What's better than one Jimmy Butler, two Jimmy Butlers, right? So yeah.
Yeah, the only thing better than a Jimmy Butler is two Jimmy Butlers.
No, I can agree. I can agree with that. Yeah.
Are we at a scratch? Are we at a money right now? Are we done for? I mean, do we have anything left in the bank?
That's the question I wanted to ask too.
So if we operate over the cap, then we'll have the mid-level exception that's annual, and then we can use the biannual exception this year because we didn't use it last year. So it's available to us this year because we didn't lose it last year. What that dollar amount is, though, Sub, I'm not for sure. So I'm not for sure what the limit is on that.
So how does that work then? If you want to go out and purchase, something.
If you want to go out and get a guy, I guess for one, it depends on how much cap space we have, and until we know what the particulars are of all the deals that were done, we wouldn't know specifically.
Could be tomorrow.
Yeah.
We if Dallas does want to do a sign and trade, then we know if we'll have money or not.
Right.
If we can't find a deal with Dallas, then that means we're going to be tapped out and we're going to be working as a over the cap team. So
right, using these exceptions.
And the reason the deal hasn't come out yet leads me to believe that they're working. You know what I'm saying? It could be. It's 50-50 right now.
Right. How you?
That's what I was going to ask next. I was going to ask what the sub asked, but I also wanted to ask what's out there. And I wanted to ask what happened to the was it the Roby kid from OKC? Did somebody get him already?
San Antonio.
He went to San Antonio. Okay.
Antonio got him. That's actually a perfect situation for him. So
yeah.
They get all the youngins. They get all the all the low key youngins that nobody paying attention to.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about just getting rid of a Rose, getting an asset or something, and bringing in a Schroeder?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
If we bring in a wing, a position of need. Cameron's always injured. I'm saying we can't really depend on him to stay healthy either. We go trade for a guy and then bring in the Schroeder as a backup PG.
I'm really not a big fan of Schroeder. I'm kind of like, what's the deal with him? It's kind of like that 35-year-old girl that's banging, but she never got married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's up with that type of deal? Mm-hmm. So I've never been a huge fan of his. At the beginning of his career, I liked him a lot when he was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I liked him when he was young. He was feisty. But then all of a sudden he took a wrong turn somewhere when he messed up with that money. I don't know what happened. And to me, he kind of like fell off. In a pinch, I'm pretty sure that he can be admirable. But luckily, for the New York Knicks' sake, right now, we're not in that pinch anymore. We finally have a point guard.
Right.
I guess now it's about a backup point guard now.
We have Quickly. We have
Quickly
Rose and McBride.
And Rose.
I'm thinking more future, more long term, but at this point in time, Rose is still on the roster, so you're right.
I can agree. I like those guys. It's just there's a team value. It's my only concern.
Value who?
No, I mean the Quickly and McBride. Okay.
Well, I think obviously quickly they do because he's been getting runs since he was been a rookie.
Yeah.
And you know he's like one of Tom Thibodeau's favorites.
Yep.
So quickly for sure. And McBride, we gave a straight up contract to last year before even signing Jericho Sims. So that shows you right there that we do like him. We just gotta have to find minutes for him.
Right.
Building blocks brought up Montrezl Harrell. How do you guys feel about him? Someone who's, brings that energy, get in people's faces, kind of hold them accountable, energy player.
I would rather have Patrick Beverly.
Me too.
Is he available?
I think I think Utah's going to buy him out. That's a gut feeling. I hadn't heard anything from Utah saying this, but I think Utah's going to go super young and free up them roster spots to play kids. And those veterans they traded for, I don't think they're going to keep them.
And what do you see his role being with the Knicks? Second unit. Go ahead.
The backup point, him and D Rose playing together.
Oh, so they're the second unit backcourt.
Yeah.
And then this,
I like him a lot. Now that you mention him, I like him a lot, and I would like for us to use him in the 3-guard alignment.
Yep.
With Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickly, and Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly could hold his own even against power forwards sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're not missing anything on D.
Nope. And I think he stayed relatively healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie C, how you doing though, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic.
Okay.
Got off work, was finishing watching the summer league game. Watched Paolo and Jabari Smith go at it.
Who won that match?
Paolo is very gifted, but he has that Julius Randle. I want to dribble it up the court instead of passing it up the court.
Yep.
And that's gonna get him in trouble.
That was my comp when I was doing my research, and I brought him up. I was like, "Yep, Julius Randle with higher IQ."
He has way more wiggle. He has way more wiggle, and he has more IQ. You're right, but there was a bunch of times where he could have passed it up the floor for easy buckets, and he just decides to dribble it up the floor.
Yeah,
and you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not winning basketball. So it don't matter if you score 30 points, grab 10 rebounds, there's 5 assists. If you don't make those simple plays, get open buckets for your teammates, you're gonna be a guy with empty stats and no wins.
Well, he's not playing along anybody right now, right? Like everybody that's with Orlando is not playing in summer league. It's all a bunch of scrubs anyway. So he's kind of figuring that I might as well just show up and show out and just,
Yeah, but Sub, let me tell you something. When you play, it doesn't matter if you're playing against scrubs. It's just a simple play of passing it up the floor. If you see any player, it doesn't have to be a guard, it can be a wing guard, any player who's up the floor before you are, the pass is going to get there quicker than the dribble will.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, they tell you that at a young age. Yeah.
That kind of bugged me a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jabari did do some plays on him. Jabari's just way too skinny right now for him. But what up, bro?
What's good, brother? You can finish, player.
So yeah, that kind of irked me about him because he is so talented, but I could just see that happening for a long time if he doesn't, if somebody doesn't get in his face and be like, yo, man, just pass the ball up the floor.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Eddie is like, he's the number 1 pick right now. He's playing with a bunch of scrubs. He's feeling himself. Like, man, I don't need to pass the rock. I can do it all on my own. Later on, though, when you're around the rest of the guys, like, that ain't going to fly. They ain't going to let them know. Like,
yeah. I don't know if that's a mentality thing or if that's just the way he plays basketball. So, I hate playing basketball like that, man. Yeah. I'll get in your face if you're a hog, man. Like, you got to pass that rock around, bro.
Well, you'd be in RJ Barrett face all the time. Yeah,
more
man.
Julius Randle, but
him too.
I mean, RJ has good vision somewhat. Like even in college, you could have seen like, but he just didn't develop that, right? Like I thought he was gonna be way more pass happy than he
Right.
has been in the NBA. But I guess you can take that stance with him, but I'm willing to give RJ a shot with that.
I saw a number and I didn't save it. And what I'm gonna start doing is when I come up with a number, I'm gonna start texting y'all like the stats and stuff, so that y'all can see what I'm saying and so that I won't forget. But I saw a number, man, where RJ Barrett had the lowest assist chances or the lowest assist conversions of anybody with a 20 a 20 user rating. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, you got a 20% user rate and you don't pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, excuse me, I'm sorry about that, man. I just wet burp on national TV, yo. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. My
It
bad.
never happens. Is that it?
That was totally not
Unacceptable.
cool. Yeah, that too. Yeah, it did.
was-
No, that first.
Very
That first. You're right. You're right. That first.
unethical.
But of guys with RJ Barrett's usage, I think it was like 50 guys. RJ Barrett was ranked 50th and just getting assists, just passing the ball.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put a scenario out there. You guys have played on the floor basketball with somebody who's not a big passer,
Right.
right? So then what happens when you finally get the pass from the guy? First of all, you're out of rhythm.
Yeah.
And second of all, since you're finally getting the pass from the guy, you feel like you have to shoot it.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what the statistics for RJ Barrett are without Julius Randle.
Mm.
And I know that's those statistics are very hard to find.
If
You know, when certain players are not on the floor, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like they would have to be completely out the game. Like those statistics are hard to get. Like when minutes are staggered or this and that, they would have to be like the Jalen Brunson. What was his numbers when Luka wasn't playing? Type
man,
deal. You know what I'm
But
saying?
there's a website out there for that. It's a website called I suggest you guys just browse through it when you get some time. Like if you wait and if your wife's shopping and you just sitting in the car or something, it's a website called Cleaning the Glass. And
Oh,
what
that
you
one
can
has
do
it?
is put
That one has it.
yeah, what you can do is put certain lineups in. You could like RJ Barrett with certain players, certain units. You can look at RJ Barrett's rebound percentage with certain units, assist totals with certain units, number of shots, all these things, defensive rating, what Knicks unit was the best defensive unit, what five, regardless of starting or not, was their best defensive unit. So you could find those type of things, and then that way you could find the intrinsic value of certain rotations that Tibbs runs in certain situations. Like a lot of times we didn't know why Tibbs was running a certain rotation at a certain time during the game, but it's because prior to the game he would have the data that suggests the lineup of Grimes, McBride, RJ, Obi, and who was the other
Sims.
person?
Sims.
No. They could know because Obi was their five. I think it was McBride. It was McBride.
Cam.
Grimes. Oh, IQ. It was McBride and IQ in the backcourt. Grimes at the 3, RJ at the 4, and Obi at the 5. And I think that defensive lineup, while it sounds like it shouldn't be good, was really good. Because anytime you got Obi as your rim protector, you're like, wait a minute, Obi is the rim protector? That don't make sense. But what happens is the defense was so good that they turned people over in the open court, so you never got shots at the rim. Right, guys were just forcing up long 3-point shots, and so nobody was attacking the basket because they couldn't go by anybody. They couldn't go by Grimes or McBride. They couldn't go by RJ or Grimes. They couldn't go by McBride or IQ. They couldn't go by Grimes. They couldn't go by RJ. So you didn't see layups and stuff. So Obi was never tested at the rim.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so while you don't want to have that lineup out there consistently, you need that athleticism from Obi, because if you take out Obi and put in Mitch, then that lineup is not as effective. Now you have to slow down because you have a big that can't run, that doesn't run the floor like Obi does. You know what I'm saying? So it's like small stuff, like personnel groupings and stuff. like the best unit, the best offensive unit was without most of those guys, without Obi, without McBride, without Grimes. The best offensive unit, I think, was Fournier, RJ, Taj at the 5, Randall, and Rose, I think. When you have those dudes on the floor, they flat out score. You can't stop them, but they can't defend either.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Hey, so I use synergy. I use cleaning the glass. I use stat muse a lot here because it's just faster for me to do and put on screen. But it's a lot of websites you can use. Yo, if you want to sound like the fancy guys on TV, check out Synergy, check out Cleaning the Glass, and some other websites, man. They cater to like these questions that y'all ask.
Mm-hmm. And then that defensive unit that you mentioned with the McBride, like they're hard to get around, and once they do make the stop, they're quick on the offensive side, right? So like Obi can be the first one down the court, and since Obi's the first one down the court, like RJ won't even pass half court, so he's already back on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Able to stop, the other guy, and other guys, most of the times we're going to get a layup and they have to take the basket. They have to take the ball from under the basket. And, that's how you stop.
Right.
That's how you get defense going. So, yeah, I really like the one with Sims in it, too. When they had Sims and Cam.
Yeah.
And then they switched Cam for Obi and they didn't miss a beat. So, I think we're going to see that a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So what are we going to see tomorrow? Who's going to have more points? Who's going to lead the team in assists? Who's going to have more steals?
Did you guys see the starting lineup for tomorrow?
Yeah, I saw. I just looked it up.
Who is it?
You saw our boy starting off bat? Huh?
Hunt, Grimes, Deuce, Sims. I'm not mistaken. I'm not Kills.
Off bat, huh?
Okay, Kills is starting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying. Though, like Kills is going to be right, stepping on Deuce's heels, trying to
more like Grimes, right? More like Grimes, bro. Right?
Grimes.
Grimes some splinters again.
I don't know if he's stepping on heels, man. He's playable with different lineups. That's the reason. That's why they probably, they liked his game, his stature, because you can play him with IQ, you can play him with Deuce, you can play him with Grimes, you can play him with RJ, you can play him at the 1, you can play him at the 2. He can guard threes. You know what I'm saying? He's mad switchable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's 10 pounds heavier than RJ, right?
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's pretty big guard.
Okay, so answer the question: who leads points, assists, and steals?
Kills.
In all three?
All three.
Deuce on steal.
I'm going with Deuce. For some reason, I got Deuce. And it's not like him. Not because I like this thing.
In which category, Culley?
Assists and steals.
Assists and steals. All right. And then points, Grimes?
But maybe points too. We don't.
Okay.
I see McBride having a good summer league, but I'm going with Deuce, and not because I like him.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is if Kills come out here and gets 11 points, 3 rebounds, say 3 assists and a steal, fire up the Kills hype train, bro. I'm telling you, if this dude scores double digits tomorrow, like, and I ain't talking about a monster game either. I'm talking about like if this dude gets 10 points and 3 assists, fire up the doggone hype train, brother. I'm telling you, put his jersey in the rack. Hey, slide Pat Ewing jersey over to the left and get ready for Kills, bro.
So even if Deuce and Grimes both have 17 points and 6 assists, so that's all it takes to just get that, and it's a wrap.
It's because Kills is like just turned 19, I think.
Yeah,
and all those guys are 21 already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has higher upside. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Kills is a baby. We hadn't had a baby since RJ.
He's a baby, man.
Yeah.
That's so adorable. It's touching, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like the first pick of the litter type baby. The biggest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He the first one. He the first one eating hard food.
Right,
You know what I'm
word.
saying?
Or he's the only
Snack-
one. He's the
He's
only
smacking
one.
the
that
other
got
ones to get on
all
the
the
titty.
nutrients. You know, when you're the only one, you get all the food. You know what I'm saying? All the nutrients. You're the biggest
All
one.
of the, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, sub, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom, bro. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, man, I'm hyped, man. I'm looking forward to see what all these cats do. Yeah. Because right now,
I'm low key hyped too, man. Like I miss watching the Knicks, man.
yeah, because we haven't seen a game in like 3 months. So it's been like April 10th.
But it was
Something
longer
like
than that. Yeah, about 3 months is right. I know.
Yeah, and then no one's in their way. You know, IQ's not in their way. Obi's not in their way. It's all, all these youngins. There's no reason not to shine. Like,
When I got in, you guys are talking about having two Jimmy Butlers. What were you guys? What
Well,
were
he
you
was
guys
saying
actually
that
talking about?
Freezy was saying that two Jimmy what's better than one Jimmy Butler, two of them. But he was saying that he thinks the Knicks are trying to build a put depth at every position. Like he compared them to the Blazers. The Blazers they didn't have the talent of Kobe Bryant. I mean, they had talent, they had good players, but they couldn't get Kobe, so they had depth at the shooting guard position, guys that they could throw at him. Bonzi Wells, Steve Smith. You had guys you can kind of throw at him to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why the series was always good. Well, the big series, 2000, the year 2000. I guess that's why those series was as good as it was because you kind of had guys to throw at him. Now Shaq was a different story, but I see what he's saying. We got three centers. We got three centers, two power forwards, maybe one or two natural wings, whole bunch of shooting guards, 4-point guards, stuff like that.
I asked that question because I actually think that Quentin Grimes is probably going to be the Knicks Jimmy Butler.
Okay, I can somewhat see that. I see some grittiness in Grimes.
And they always say RJ. They always say RJ, but I
Right.
don't know if RJ has the defensive instincts that you need to be a Jimmy Butler.
Right.
But I see
but
Grimes does have
Yep.
it.
don't have that quick first step, and he plays below the rim. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I said Grimes don't have that quick first step, and he plays below the rim. It's not like he could get past you and just yam. You know what I'm saying?
Right? No, right.
Right.
And because he is a smaller guard, he's 6'4", Jimmy Butler 6'7".
Right.
But when it comes to the attribute of being a defensive guy and just doing everything possible for your team to win, I think I see a lot of our Jimmy and Quentin Grimes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like that will to win.
Yeah,
That-
the defensive,
That
yeah, the
toughness,
defensive.
That
that
killing
toughness, and he played point guard in high school, so he has handles. But you can't when you're a rookie, sometimes you play your role, and in time, like, you start showing things. You know what I'm saying? Like this first game tomorrow, if he grabs the ball and he just goes 1-on-1 against somebody, you know what I'm saying? He's feeling himself. Like he's like, yo, this is year 2 now. Like, I ain't a rook no more. Like, I'm supposed to be eating against these guys.
He said he wants to.
Well, he's done that though. He's gone 1-on-1 and crossed somebody over and took a step back, but it's not smooth though. He's kind of stiff. You know what I'm saying? When he handles the rock, that's the only difference. You know what I mean? He's not slick with the rock. It's more.
I kind of I agree.
Not Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying?
I could definitely not Kyrie. I could take your point. I can agree to your point at some reason, but I think he does have it. I think he does have he don't look ugly out there doing it. He don't look RJ stiff out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because RJ's thing is that RJ it has to do with his hips. RJ's hips is just weird. Like his gait, you know what I'm saying? His gait is weird. But yeah, I'm like, yo, he's the next, and I think RJ's more of a DeRozan type, without the athleticism.
But that's what's fun though is all these young kids are going to be able to, work with one another on the court. You got the Jean Claudio Montero slick handles, the quickness, the burst, and just to play alongside with the Deuce and kind of pick his brain on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be a lot of fun in that locker room, just kind of just picking each other's brain and trying to, just learn from one another.
Jay Montero to me can be the next Leandro Barbosa.
So you think? Let me ask you, Eddie. You think they value Montero more than Grimes and the McBride?
No, no, but I think there's room for both. There's room for all these kids. They just have to find a way to get the Derrick Roses, to get the other guys. Once Derrick Rose is not part of the team, Jay Montero couldn't step up because Kids is already part of the team. Farron Hunt is part of the team, but who know? If anybody, Farron Hunt is the one to me that's like least appealing.
Yeah, but fits a position of need though. It fills that position of need, so he has that chance of, being here.
Yeah, but he's kind of like that same thing that they did like for 3 years in a row. Like they had, what's the cheerleader? Theo Pinson.
Yeah.
They had Theo Pinson.
How
Then
about
last year they had Wayne Selden. And then at the end of last year, now it's Farron Hunt. You know what I'm saying?
that was MJ Walker.
MJ Walker.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they go and they give him a 3-year, a 1-year, $3 million deal just to have him there for a trade. That they need some money, they can just, here's $3 million to add to $17 million of Fournier's, and now you got 20, because that's what they do. They signed the other guy from the San Antonio Spurs, and they gave him a $3 million deal, just in case they needed to put him in a trade. Never happened. They cut him. That was that.
What's good, nice?
Nah, not much, player. Salute to everybody in the panel. What's good, Culley? What's good, Subliminal? And what's good, Eddie C?
What's up?
What's good, Breezy? If he hears us. Say it again, Subliminal.
You just got to say Grimes 3 times, and then he pops up.
Oh, that's how much he hate him. Man, I feel like we got something special. Like a lot of people keep on doubting like the player development, but I see something different with the Knicks. I see like they actually working with the kids. They not taking nothing for granted. But the thing is that the Knicks fan, we want it now. Sometimes we don't want to wait a year. We don't want to wait 2 years. We want to see the finished product like next week. It ain't going to happen. But if you notice that they haven't even played IQ and Nobi, and every single time that they do play them, they come even with either more confidence, fixing pretty much their deficiency. Let's say back then that was hurting them even more, and it's like working on key pieces little by little. But I'm feeling pretty good with the play development.
And they're paying him too, though. You know what I'm saying? They just they paid Mitch, they paid Sims. They see what they have in these guys, and they're just not sending them away anymore.
Yeah. If once you notice that they pay Sims, they sending out a message, because I heard rumors saying that once the season was over, Sims was the first one next day in the gym trying to work on his hook and free throws. And when you hear stuff like that, man, they already know, like, man, we're gonna pay you, but it's because of your work ethic, or it's like your determination of trying to get better. Say it again, Culley.
No, I was saying as it should be.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be like, well, you giving us something that we all expect, so we're gonna give you the money. No. If we're gonna give you money, it's because even though you need to work on certain things, you put in willing effort behind it to get better. It's not too much chit chat, because if you notice, even Sims, man, right at the end, he, like, you could see improvement. You remember the first day he got there, he looked at laws like, oh, where should I go?
Man, I hope Mitch was in the gym with him hitting those free throws and working on those baby hooks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You get.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about like blocks or anything like that, because we know he could jump out the gym. I just need him to be, continue to be poised, continue to be fundamentally sound, because, if Mitch goes down, I want to be able to count, on Sims, to be that backup or whatever, in case they end up going the other route with Isaiah as a starter. Just stay ready, and then, like you mentioned, add that to his game though. But I would like to have him, get more boards. Just worry about that cleaning up the glass. I'm not really worried about him, you know, on the scoring end because we know at least he can catch oops and stuff like that. But just a nice little baby hook, a pump fake or something.
Mhm.
But
Add something more to your repertoire.
yeah, and just stay solid. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready.
Yeah. Now, quick question: when did Sims actually hit himself in the board? Because I heard you guys mentioning that. Was
Last
was
year, last year
yeah,
the combine.
but it
Last,
wasn't. Sorry for that, Cully. Go ahead,
last year's combine. When they was testing out his vertical.
bro. That was the moment that I said just like that. This kid is special.
Yep.
This kid is special.
There's actually video out there of
I saw it. I saw it.
when the Knicks played the Clippers,
Mm-hmm.
and he totally dominated Isaiah Hartenstein. Like he was just too strong, too
Mm-hmm.
quick, too agile for Isaiah Hartenstein on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited about our center rotation, man, because a lot of things can happen. Dings here and there, foul trouble here and there. Everybody's gonna get playing time, and this year we definitely have a three-headed monster whoever's out on the floor at that point in time, they're gonna be able to get the job done.
You know what I noticed with Sims? Like he's like right in the age the range of 75% to 85% ready. Like he's missing that 15%, but man, there's plays, man, that once he knows was about to happen. I don't know if you guys noticed, but have you noticed that he has like some type of explosiveness? Like he looks like he's going one way, and all of a sudden he just runs to the board to get a lob or something,
Oh yeah,
bro.
he's a physical specimen, no doubt about it. He's a physical specimen, and you can only get confidence. That Brooklyn game where he stood up Kevin Durant, like that's gonna give you confidence, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you do those things to the best player in the NBA, you're gonna be like, yo, I'm supposed to be here. Like I belong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the only comparison that I have with him, think about Noel when he does it, that he looks a little bit slower. But Sims, bro, I feel like this kid is we got something. Like this kid is explosive. When he knows a lob is about to come in, bro, he forces his way over there to the rim.
Yeah, you gotta remember he was like we mentioned earlier. He spent 4 years at Texas. You know what I'm saying? Behind all those players, the Mambas, the Haze's. He spent a lot of time with those coaches, understanding angles, how to box out. Like there's a lot of those bigs don't box out. You know what I mean? He
Mm-hmm.
just he just understands the game. When he reads the offense, when to backpedal and help out on the weak side. But what I want to kind of get to is there's a lot of hype going on about this Isaiah Hartenstein and Eddie C. You said you saw a lot of him with the Clippers, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah,
so
yeah. When he played with the Clippers, yeah.
but yeah, he was with the Clippers. Like this is his either fourth or fifth year, so he's been around the league for a while. I think of the Cavs and a couple other teams. If he does so many good things as far as passing, shooting the three, per athletic, okay, being athletic, not above average athleticism, catching oops. Why is he not a starter then? Why is his numbers just so?
Well, he's finally getting his footing in the NBA, like at the because he had played overseas, so he didn't come from a college background. He wasn't playing against the college kids from the United States. So that could have hindered him a little bit. And he's the thing with him is it's not like he's the perfect player. It's not like he's like, oh my god, like we got the next coming of whoever, of Jokic. But for this team, what we need, like he's gonna fit in perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like he's not the biggest piece to the puzzle, but he is a piece to the puzzle. And without that piece, you're not gonna be able to fulfill the whole puzzle per se. So like I really like him, but it's because he fits so well. It's kind of like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is probably not the best point guard that you can have in the whole NBA, but he fits so well that is going to be a plus for the team.
Right, but okay, so let me give you this scenario. So say Mitchell Robinson is hurt. Are you fine starting Isaiah Hartenstein as as a center, or do you throw Jericho Sims because Jericho Sims is to me like more of a bootlegged Robinson as far as he can hold down the fort defensively, and you really don't have to run your offense through him. He can catch oops. You know what I mean? They're pretty similar, he's just not as good as Mitchell Robinson. Or do you throw Hartenstein out there knowing that like can he? You would have to set up the offense differently because you're going to ask him to maybe work out of the the high post area. I mean, you'd be clearing the paint out. Like, is that something you'd feel more comfortable doing?
It's like that old saying says, it's a good problem to have. Like it doesn't really matter what you if you need to do something in a pinch, you can choose either or. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really losing anything. It's just a perfect trio for me. They're two guys that are really strong that can defend the rim, and then you have somebody who's more of a spacer on the floor.
Shooter,
Just brings different dimensions to the team. You're not gonna have a problem at all. So
Man.
whatever the case, whatever, if you're facing blase blah, if you need to have somebody in there that's a little bit stronger, you can play Sims. If you want to have somebody, if you want to bring somebody center out, if you're playing the Atlanta Hawks and you want to bring Capella out to the 3-point line, then you can probably start a Hartenstein. You know what I'm saying?
I would have.
So what I'm hearing is that then he's not that strong then to hold his own down there on the block.
Who,
is that
Sims?
what you're saying? And so if Joel Embiid was out there or something like that, you rather go with the Sims is what I'm hearing, right?
Joel Embiid, you're talking about a different beast, right?
Yeah, well, that's too much. I shouldn't have said Joel Embiid. I should have went with somebody like Andre Drummond. You know what I mean?
Okay,
bro, but Sims was
the good
doing
thing
his
is
work on Joel Embiid.
the good thing is,
No,
I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
no, you good. Go ahead.
The good thing is that we saw Sims do that to a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? He was very active against the best players. He was you can sense that he was really strong against whoever he was playing against. So whoever is out there, like I don't have a problem with him playing against anybody. I mean, it's a good problem to have, man. You can choose either or, whatever you would like to do to match up base the scheme. It's beautiful.
But haven't you guys seen the Philly game or the game that he posted against Drummond? Like Sims was doing his job, man. Like like he got under people's skin. Like I'm telling you, we got something with Sims. Like it's that he's not a finished product. If it was me, I would love to see Sims with the starters, just because I just look at starters like being that defensive core, and I want to keep the other player, the one that we just signed, as a shooter. Keep that bench just shooting, give them all the ammunition that they could get. But based on last season, man, you seen that the bench actually played well with Sims as well. So I do go with Eddie. You could go either or.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a problem, bro. Hartenstein is just gonna bring a different dimension. So it depends on who you're playing. If you wanna bring out that blocking center from clogging the lane up and you want to have more space, Hartenstein's going to be your guy. If you're playing against somebody who's going to do a lot of pick and rolls, where you're going to need a lot of pick and roll defense, Jericho Sims is going to be your guy. You know what I'm saying? And Mitchell can also play some pick and roll. He's going to be good on both sides of the ball. He's going to be like the best of both evils per se. He can do them both a little bit. So yeah, I'm ecstatic about the center trio position that we have at the moment. So yeah, you're gonna catch me saying nothing about our center.
Yeah,
rotation.
I gotta say something about our center. We gotta get rid of Taj.
Well, we could waive him and just pay him a vet salary. Like we don't need to get rid of him, because look at last season or last two season, like both of the season. Tosh Gibson put in work. The only thing is that is about to come his time. We just do not know when, but he still put in the effort. To me, if you keep on putting the effort, that's the only thing that I care.
Yeah, let me ask you this question though: is he on above on the totem pole than Sims is in Tibbs's eyes? If
Oh,
next man up.
you know
So
what Tip is going to do, man. Like the only thing that we could just do is hopefully, man, pray that Tibbs he went to an organization to learn how to be a better coach. Because the thing is that Taj Gibson is almost on his way out. Like we all know that. And the thing is that you just losing valuable time to give Sims so he could learn now and not worry about it being later. And now we in a Kevin Knox scenario, just because we didn't give him enough time. Like I don't understand. We have players that they don't do what they supposed to do, and they still play 30 to 40 minutes.
that's the only problem I'm having though. Is just it with Taj being there. If the centers are hurt, is he the next man up instead of Sims? What are we doing? We're not trying to develop Taj. We're trying to develop Sims. So there's
Yeah.
no reason to him even being on the court now. Now that we have all all these guys. I mean,
Or at least be on the court like 2 or 3 minutes, like just to get my feet wet or something. It's not no 10 minutes, no 15 minutes, no 20 minutes, because just like you said, we got three center, we got Mitchell Robinson, we got that new cat, and we got Sims. And if Touch is involved, one of them other three is not going to play.
I just don't want to see him out there. Period. If there's a guy like Vucevic is out there, and then Mitch is getting cooked or whatever, you could throw either Hartenstein out there or Sims.
Hartenstein before
Yeah,
Sims.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. But throw Hartenstein out there, but there's no reason to have Taj anymore. Is what I'm getting at. You know
It
what I mean?
really ain't.
Well,
Like,
if he shouldn't be get now with the signing of Jericho Sims, he shouldn't be getting he should be the fourth center on the depth chart. He should probably be he this is what he should be. He should be the fourth center on the depth chart, and he should be the third power forward on the depth chart.
Bro, what about this monkey wrench right here at the chat? It says, I have been watching Sims for years. I am the one that told the fans all about Sims. I thought he was going to be a power forward, not a center. He's a rebounder, shot blocker with a hook. You imagine him being a power forward and having Mitchell, bro, it's too much of a force right there. Like we just don't know what the Knicks is actually trying to do with all, because just think about it. So we have Mitch, we have Taj, we have Taj, we have Sims, we had even that new cat. What do you guys like? Like, what is your end goal? What are you trying to do here? Like, there's something behind those ingredients. Like, they actually trying to do, because man, just think about it. Sims playing power forward, he has that body power, and I don't feel like whoever you put him against, bro, he's like a big teddy bear. You tell him what to do, and he has that tank feel that I'm gonna run you over.
Yeah, but this is a 1990 anymore. We're not running power forwards and big centers where the twin towers, because everybody's either a stretch four and stretch five, and now you've taken away his strength on the offensive end by him being out there, because you can't have two bigs in the paint on the offensive end.
But
If
this again goes back to the reason why I think the organization does some really smart things, under the radar smart things, because, they can do a lot of mixing and matching. Like you can definitely play a lineup where you have Sims at the center and you have Hartenstein at the power forward and have a very big lineup. Like if you're playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves
You need
now
big
you can
guys, yeah,
guard Rudy Gobert with Hartenstein or vice versa, and then
yeah.
one of those guys is going to have to come out when Hartenstein's out there, because he's going to handle the ball at the 3-point line. He's going to do the pick. He's going to have the ball. He's going to pick for somebody. Quick is going to come off his body, and the center's going to be out. Quick can either drive to the lane, kick out for threes. That's the beauty of having players who can mix and match with these. That's why when Freezy mentioned Patrick Beverly right now, I don't see a problem with Patrick Beverly out there in the lineup with Jalen Brunson and IQ. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're able to defend at certain positions, you're going to be okay. And that three-guard lineup is going to be a very good thing to have on the offensive side. And then this kid Beverly is a great defensive player. So that's what the NBA is all about, mixing and matching. And the Knicks have done a horrible job of that in past years, and they've done a great job this year of doing that.
I don't know how many shows we've watched talking about Tibbs rotations. We talking about Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have him in here, that he not messing around with the lineups and going small ball.
And
Like,
it's funny that you bring that up, Subliminal, because you could have like 2 or 3 show, and not only you guys, it could be a lot of panelists saying the same thing, and you'd be like, well, today's going to be the day that he's going to change his rotation. And then you see that same lineup, like, yeah, no, it's going to change.
Yeah,
it's actually sad, yo. It's sad. I remember, I remember last season. I remember this one example of that when we played the Mavericks. We thought Tibbs was going to put Frank on Luka. Frank didn't even come in the game. I think he came in for 2 minutes.
Oh, you beat Trey Young?
Him too, but just it was a Dallas game. I remember that we won. No, did we win? No, we lost that game. It was at home. It was last season, not the one before this one. And we was talking about it on I think it was Ron's show. I remember it was on Ron's show when we was like, yo, well, we see Frank, because every time they put Frank on him, he has a tough time, and then they didn't put Frank on him.
But how?
Because you have to gain his trust. You see, that's the difference between, I think, last year's teams, where he was still gaining, the kids were still gaining his trust. This year, Sims has his trust. Quentin Grimes has his trust. McBride has his trust. So in a pinch, he's going to be able to use those guys when he needs them, because he knows what they bring to the table now. You know, the person that this 42nd pick of Keels is beautiful, because he doesn't have to play a rookie. You know, Keels is going to be in the G League, and he doesn't have that on his shoulders, like, oh, I have to play a rookie. Now he's going to be playing 2-year guys. Quentin Grimes is debatable. He might even start this year. You know what I'm saying? Miles McBride, he already did what he had to do. So these kids aren't gaining his trust anymore unless they go into the doghouse for such stupidity. But, you know, Jericho Sims gained his trust last year already when he played him down the floor. Hence the reason why they gave him the contract too. So those things boast well for the players that we have on the roster right now for their playing time.
The only thing that I just gonna hate in the future, man, that is if we 25 games deep, like that's it, we finished 25 games and certain things is not working and he's still doing it. As much as I love and defend Tiz, man, he gotta go.
He's gonna not change anything.
I like, it's one of those, Culley, that you know it in the back of your mind, but you still hope that he changes. It's like Westbrook. Like, oh, I hope he passes the ball, but you know what you gonna get with Westbrook.
So who's our backup center
this season?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, Hartenstein.
How is it Hartenstein if he has improved nothing? Because he got to earn Tibbs' trust. I mean, how did he earn Tibbs' trust?
Well, it's the same reason that Fournier got burned when he got signed. You know, because he was brought in to do a specific thing.
Oh, it was the contract. Never mind.
So
I mean, it's the contract as well, but he was brought in to do a specific thing. Fournier was brought in to be a shooter on the team, to space the floor, and he did that very well last year. You know what I'm saying? It didn't equate to wins, but there was other reasons why the Knicks were bad. It wasn't Evan Fournier.
Yeah. No, I was just getting by as far as earning trust. Like, he didn't earn Tibbs' trust, but yeah, he's going to be running the second unit. You know what I mean?
Because what I just said, like, he's
politics.
brought in to do. That part isn't politics. That part is he's being brought into the team to bring a specific ingredient to the team. That's needed.
And he's going to be Tibbs' Noel. That's what he is. He's Tibbs' Noel. He's Tibbs' Noel. Hartenstein.
I don't know if he would be Tibbs' Noel. He's just somebody that's going to be able to space the floor. We didn't have a center last year. We weren't a team that was able to play 5 out. And with Hartenstein, we're going to be able to play 5 out, not because he can shoot the 3, but because he, on the offensive side of the floor, he's gonna handle the ball at the 3-point line, and that's gonna bring the center out. So if you have Hartenstein, Obi can be at one corner, Grimes can be at the other corner. IQ could be at the top of the key running the pick and roll with Hartenstein, and you have whoever there at the 2 guard. So the floor we can definitely play 5 out next year, and that's something that we couldn't do with the past centers that we had.
Right.
I think Deuce, and to be honest, Deuce is going to be like another Jordan Poole, but not saying like he's going to play the same style, whatever. The thing is that they sent him to the G League. He did his thing, and it's like they trying to make sure that he has that type of confidence, because they know they have that feeling like they know what he could do, but he needs to get his confidence up, because once he gets his confidence, Deuce reminds me just like Marcus Smart for some reason.
Yeah, that's why I compare him to.
Like that kid has that killing instinct. I know Culley, you were saying Grimes, man. I'll be seeing dudes having that killing instinct, man. Like
I'm a fan of both of them. Ask anybody. Sub can tell you. Sub is probably tired of hearing me talk about
those two are tough, bro. Remember we used to call them. What do we used to call them? Like the lawyers, Deuce and McBride.
The lawyers. The lawyer come. Yeah.
Yeah, man, they tough, man. Those dudes. That was the reason Tibbs wanted them. He needed We needed toughness on this team, man.
We definitely needed toughness on this team. I ain't gonna. There's no denial.
And that's what they bring, bro. They bring toughness to the team, man. Jalen Brunson is a kid that's tough, man. They bring toughness to the team, and he's smart. You know what I'm saying? RJ is gonna have to follow in suit. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And I hope Julius Randle just becomes more a better teammate.
Right.
Not to say that he's a bad teammate, because his teammates say good things about him, but I would like to see it.
Now
we know that. That's what you have to, but yeah.
I have a question for you guys. Seeing the rotation that we have right now, and I feel like they already have like 3 or 4, especially that center is pretty much packed. But do you guys feel that, based on Sims already having 1 year in his record, is going to be that scenario of next man up? If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you going to sit down? Because the thing is, like, I've been seeing this a lot. Like there's certain starters that they be quitting on plays. They not showing that type of effort. Then you bring in the bench, and they be doing things that you expect from our starters. Do you guys believe that is a possibility that certain players in the bench might be upgraded to a starter?
You mean their minutes, their role?
Yeah, their role. Yeah,
absolutely. Because how I look at it, like, yeah, we have talent on this team, but not elite talent. I feel like we have to. Like, I feel like this is a year we have to use depth. I don't know if we're done in free agency. I think free agency was over. I don't know who's out there, but this year I think you have to use your depth if you want to compete this year. East got better. East got better. It's gonna be a long season, and that's the only way. That's the only way we're gonna be. That's the only way we're gonna be durable throughout the season.
And Culley, on your point, we can't be satisfied with what we have, because if there's a certain player that is not putting in the effort, remember one thing, and I keep on saying this 24/7: we are Knicks fan, not a player fan.
Right.
Even if my favorite player that is IQ, I don't give an F. If he's not doing what he's supposed to do, sit his behind down. And that goes pretty much with everybody. Like, as much as you love a player, you cannot run the risk that your favorite player, even though he's getting played, he sabotaged, and now we ended up losing the game.
Right.
Because I'm getting sick of, well, yeah, but you saw what he did. Bro, we lost. End of story. It doesn't matter to me what he did or what he did not do. Like, if we have that mentality that it does not matter, even if you have a bad game, and we end up winning, I have the mindset, well, he'll figure it out. At least we ended up with that win.
Right. At least that's the positive of it. Yes, I can agree, yo. I can agree. Like, the thing is with Tibbs, he can't do, and not just him, the front office too. They can't do what they did last year, where if the Knicks are getting smoked and they just continue doing the same thing, like, they can't let things linger like they did last year. Like, they got to nip things in the bud, like, early, like right away. Like, come on, like, some people say, like, the fans. I notice fans that say, okay, Tibbs got 10 games. Some say he got 20. we got to nip things faster. Like certain things got to be shaken up faster. Like
Yeah.
B Willis said in the chat, he said he was it B Willis said yesterday? He said he'll shake up. He did it for Grimes. I feel like he did that for Grimes because of the the COVID protocol. Though. I don't think he was ready to throw Grimes in there yet. I
He
don't know.
did it.
That Bucks
He did
game
it
was
with Cam Culley. He did it with Cam Culley. Like you started seeing that once Cam he started showing something, he
right.
started getting more minutes, and unfortunately he got hurt.
And you know what's funny? The funny thing is with Cam, I feel like Cam's forced Tibbs' hand, and I feel like
Hmm.
He hated to admit it, but he needed Cam.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't want to admit it though. He wasn't going to say it like, "Oh, Cam's a good player," because yeah, his thing was, "Oh, I don't got a spot for the guy." Yeah, that's BS. Like
I'm gonna be a hardhead and just keep on. I'm gonna play him, but I'm not gonna admit it.
Well,
Pause.
that's why I feel like the front office did that. They got rid of Burks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't bring in another small forward. They're kind of like you said, forcing Tibbs' hand. This
Yeah.
is the only true small forward we have.
Yeah.
You better play this guy. We got rid of a first round pick to bring him in. Let's see what he could do. You know what I'm saying?
that's hustling backwards if they trade him. I would think. I would think so. If they because I know he's trade. They say he's trade chip and all this stuff. I mean I don't know how I look at it. This is the only natural small forward on the team right now, unless they upgrade at the 3. That's the only natural one we have on the squad.
Well, it's rumor season right now. I even heard rumors of Taj Gibson. Teams wanting him. And nobody wants.
I heard that.
45-year-old Taj Gibson.
You heard of? You guys heard of the rumor of Kevin Durant?
What with the Timberwolves?
No. So the Nets, they started. They actually believe like by us putting Kevin Durant out in the market, there's gonna be a lot of teams lining up, and teams are not biting. It's like whatever they asking, it's like, well, yeah, we want Kevin Durant, but we're not gonna give you that. That's our last offer. And
I've seen the Warriors was interested.
Well, the reason why people are the Kevin Durant situation is a total different thing than the Rudy Gobert situation.
yeah,
Because Rudy Gobert was the Utah Jazz player, right? The Kevin Durant thing is that he was signed, and the Brooklyn Nets want to get a haul for a player that they signed because they gave all their draft picks away to the Houston Rockets. So they have no draft capital at all for the next 3-4 years,
7 years, 7 years.
and they want to try to pawn off Kevin Durant, somebody that they signed. They didn't use any players to get him.
Mm-hmm.
To get value. So it's like it's the how can I say, what's a good example? It's like you getting a car for free and then trying to sell it above value in the market.
Market value, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So people are not stupid. People are gonna be like, nah. If especially if they're people that know you, like let's say it was your brother that got it for free. You know what I'm saying? If you know that your brother won the car and he's trying to sell it to you for 50 G's, and the car is really worth on the market 40 or 30 or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? You're like, nah, man. You're just trying to get the cash out of this because you know blase blah, you didn't like the car, or the car takes too much gasoline. You're just trying to pawn it off, but meanwhile you got it for free. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I
that's
think that's the situation when it comes to Kevin Durant. They signed him as a free agent, and now they're trying to get back everything in their mama for him because they didn't like the car.
Well, that's
But I
smart.
thought he said the Suns was the only place he wanted to go. Was the Suns?
no. Suns, Miami. He gave him like a roster of 5 team. Uh, every all
He
those
should
teams.
feel like crap because he's supposedly the best player in the NBA, and you know unless the value goes down for him, ain't nobody trading for him. So how do you think you feel? Like you thought you were big and bad, right? Now ain't nobody in the league gonna pony up because the Knicks ain't gonna pony up those draft picks. Oklahoma City ain't gonna pony up those draft
Better
picks.
not, man.
The Lakers ain't got no draft
I
picks.
would love a Kevin Durant here though, but they better not.
Nah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna
Good,
sit here and
man.
lie to you. I'd love to see.
Curly, stop even entertaining that.
I can't take. They've downed the New York Knicks so much in the
He
past
did, but for him
two
to
years, 3 years, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like I don't know. I would be one to hold a grudge, bro. Like you ain't gonna just talk smack about me or or my organization or my brand or whatever the case is, and now you find yourself in a pickle, and I'm gonna help you out. Nah, man. F
So
you.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right because it is via trade. It is via trade. So yeah, I wouldn't. I would hope the Knicks don't bother, but
so so those 5 teams that I mentioned, he said Rockets, Raptors, but with certain players not being moved. Miami Heat and 2 others I forgot, but he said just don't send me to Warriors. For some reason, he said just do not send me to Warriors.
because Draymond got the foot in his behind. That's why.
And the Warriors would probably be one of the teams with the most enticing package because they
Yeah.
got Kuminga, they
Wiggins.
got Wiseman, they got Wiggins too. If you want to add him, they got Jordan Poole.
You don't
Jordan.
even know if it's a PR stunt. Maybe he wants to go there. He knows he's going to go there, and he's saying that so that making it even more of a story.
You know what's funny? I argued with somebody about that too. They was talking about his legacy. So I'm like, legacy? This man's like 35, 30. He's about to be 30.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's a little too late for legacy, don't you think? Like, come on.
bro. Kevin Durant only has like 3 to 4 more good years. That's it.
Maybe
That's
less than
it.
that. Yeah, if he decides
Yeah. Just me being optimistic, Culley.
but maybe less than that. If he decides to act like a little baby, how he does, he might want to retire. Who knows? But yeah,
that's why I feel blessed of having this new organization in our team. Like we should all feel blessed because listen, if it was like 5 years ago organization, we would have been front runner one in KD just because of the name. And we need to stop that. If I listen, you gotta be a suit like if we gonna go after somebody, all right, you gotta be a superstar, you gotta be under 25, and you gotta have a resume of not being injury prone. Like
right.
every single time we go get somebody, he's already washed. He has heart problem. He has this. He has that. And his better days was with the team prior than the one that we had.
I'm with you. We're
Yo,
finally
let me
doing right.
be. I'm gonna
We're
be
finally
honest
doing
with you,
right,
man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like the 2 championships, if Kevin Durant would have brung a championship, you know how LeBron James has 4 championships?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 4 or 5?
Yeah, it's four.
And the one that really means something, the one that really holds weight, is the
Cleveland.
one he won in Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the others for him obviously are valuable, but like just for my opinion,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
only one that holds weight is the Cleveland one.
Yeah.
If Kevin Durant wants to win a championship, and the only one that holds weight for me doesn't is not going to be the Phoenix Suns. It's going to be if he goes back to Washington and he plays with Bradley Beal. And if
Well,
he would have won it with Oklahoma City, if he would have won it with Oklahoma City with those 3 guys when he was younger, that would have held weight. You know what I'm
But
saying? But the Golden State Warriors championship to me, that don't hold weight. Like to me, the Golden State Warriors, all those championships that
there
they
was already
won,
packed.
the all of those championships that they won, the least important one was the one that they had with KD.
yeah, and it's funny
But-
because now they just went without him. They went without him, so how does it really make him look? You know what I mean? Like we don't
Yeah,
need you.
but
know
what
what
weight does it hold though? What do you mean it holds weight? Is he the greatest player? Is he the? I mean,
No. It's like at least to have something behind. All right. So you remember when the LeBron James he went to Miami, right? Everybody excuse was, well, you went over there because you couldn't win nothing, so you don't have nothing to prove. Once he actually won something in Cleveland without Dwayne Wade or without Chris Bosh in his good time, now he has something to prove. Like no, like I already won in Cleveland, and I also won in Lakers when it was going downhill. So by him doing those 2 things, that solidified even more than the Heats. Because remember, Dwayne Wade already got a ring before LeBron.
Right.
So
but he went
we
to go
talk,
between Kyrie though. Kyrie was the #1 pick. You know what I'm saying? He's not-
but we talking about almost the same thing as KD. Remember, if Dwayne Wade did not won a championship before LeBron James gotten over there, now we got a good debate. Now you could say, well, yeah, he solidified, but Dwayne
And-
Wade already got one before LeBron, and you went to a team that already got a championship like 3, 4, 10 years. Who cares? But it wasn't Dwayne Wade time. So
And I get what you're saying, Subliminal, because that is debatable. What I'm saying is debatable because that's only my opinion. You
no,
know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you.
You can everybody can have a different opinion, and I wouldn't be mad at it because when it comes to that scenario, it's not something where where I can put statistics behind it, or I can say this and that. That's definitely an opinion based take. Where to me, Cleveland is the only one that bears weight. To
Yeah.
me,
What about
that
Lakers?
and not so much the Lakers,
Because
to
they
be
was
honest.
losing. Like
Yeah,
they,
but it was a bubble thing, and I really didn't dig the bubble thing. You know what I'm saying? The COVID.
man,
Look,
if the
look
next
at
one
what
in the
happened with us.
bubble,
The Knicks had were the best team COVID in the COVID.
yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
if the next one in the bubble, I wouldn't care. I'll take that. A
Yeah,
championship is
because
a
we're
championship
Knicks.
regardless.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, to me, those are my opinions.
No,
Because
yeah.
you're right. If the Knicks would have won it, I don't care if they would have won in the shortened season when they played against San Antonio. Remember that everybody was saying in the shortened season when San Antonio beat the Knicks for the championship that championship had an asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in '99.
Yeah, you remember that? Oh, that one has an asterisk. Now that term isn't used anymore.
Right.
But yeah, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
they still use that term for Braun and KD, but yeah, I know what you mean.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
so if KD wants to win a championship, he's got to go back home to Washington, and he's got to bring a championship to the Washington Wizards. Play with Bradley Beal, and they have pieces too. They can probably do something, um, with draft picks. They can give unprotected draft picks. We actually hold Wizards draft pick for next year, so they can't even trade that draft pick, but. They have a
None
lot
of,
of they have a lot of young pieces. They have Porzingis.
Bro,
I don't
that's
know.
that's the
none
main
of
reason.
LeBron James's chips mean anything. He went to Miami with the big three. He went to the Cavs, and then with Kyrie, then asked to trade for Kevin Love.
Yeah, but where
And then,
was Cleveland going with Kyrie? They was
but
still
that's what
they
I'm
was still
saying.
a bad team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
no, but the thing with the Cleveland one is that he went back home and Cleveland hadn't won a championship in X amount of years. You know what I'm
He
saying?
Hmm.
brought them one. He brought them a ring, and that's it. It's just
He
business. It was a favor for home.
he bought them a ring, and you know, I don't know. Maybe you ask him, yo, which one is your favorite championship?
He'd
And
probably say that one
he right? It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities.
when he brought home, and of course beating the Spurs in 2013. He'll probably
So
say,
is we shouldn't take it as this is opinion based. Just put ourselves in the player's shoes and say, what would that player probably think if you ask him what was the best championship?
yeah. I mean, I can care less about Braun,
he's
but
gonna say he's gonna say against the Monstars in Space Jam.
You could ask Dwayne Wade, like, what was your favorite championship? He'll probably say his first one when he played with Shaq.
Yeah.
should be.
Even though he won two with LeBron and Chris Bosh, if you put yourself in his shoes, like, what would Dwayne Wade say?
You know what's funny? I could have sworn. I thought he got interviewed about that. They asked him that question, and he did say that one with Shaq. I thought they asked him that. I don't know. I
I
gotta
mean,
look.
because that one came out, left field, bro. Like, no, Dwayne Wade, like, blew up, man. Like, they were down 3-1, I think, in that series. Dirk Nowitzki, was one of the better players, and they came back and they
Oh
won
man,
that off pure heart. You know what I'm saying? Off pure heart, man.
at least Dirk got his revenge. You know.
Shaq was out there looking like Taj Gibson, bro, and they still won it, man.
That's
Man, Clay Thomas should have kept his mouth shut.
you said what?
What did Clay Thomas say?
You ain't heard what Clay Thomas said? He said that, well, I think somebody's getting sentimental, and there was like 3-1. No, it was either 3-1 or 3-zip, and I don't even remember because I wasn't even watching it. But after that, that's when LeBron said that. What did Clay say? Okay, and then after that, woof.
Nah, that was that championship. Actually, that was lost by Draymond.
That was the one when they called him the B word. That somebody called LeBron the
That
B
was
word.
Draymond's. That was Draymond's.
No. Like what I'm saying is that LeBron he pushed. Let's say he brought to the game like a little bit more and more effort, because by somebody saying that you sentimental just because you crying too much to the
Oh, yeah.
ref, and it's like, oh, so you trying to say I'm soft without even saying the word soft. Okay, so that's when, man, you remember that somebody was about to dunk, and all of a sudden, bro, he came from half court. Yeah. He came from almost half court, running like a freaking train.
Even the play after that, he tried to dunk on somebody after that block. He tried to violate somebody.
And did that also to Stephen Curry, and he started screaming in Stephen Curry's face, "Nope, ain't happening." And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he got it in with Curry. But Draymond, he was just a dummy. If he would have just stayed quiet, and they would probably win that championship too.
You gotta shut up. Your team needs you. It's not even like I'm mad about him.
He gave him the shot, bro. Once one of your best players is off the floor, man, you have a shot to win a critical game. Game 7's anybody is up in the air when Game 7 comes.
Bogut, right? Andrew Bogut, something happened to him. He got hurt. The rim protection.
Probably. He probably got dinged up too, and so it was just a
something happened to him with Andrew Bogut, man. Forgot, but yeah. You
guys watching the summer league? This dude Shaden Sharp already got hurt for Portland, bro.
I ain't watching it, man.
I don't think it's something major, but they holding him out already.
We was looking forward to watching him on Monday. We play Portland on Monday.
He'll probably play. Let me see if he comes back. Let's see if he comes back the second half. Second half is gonna start soon.
I was looking at that roster though, that G League roster, and it looks. I don't recognize none of those names, but Shady and Sharp. So
yeah, and even him.
Are they not?
He's a nobody at this point in time.
Yeah. No, I'm just hoping we go over there and just destroy. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping all these young kids shine. I kind of want to see what they've been working on this offseason. What they bring to the table. Who becomes the vocal leader? You know what I'm saying? Is Deuce gonna step up and be more vocal? Is Grimes gonna take that leadership role? Who takes that leadership role? I mean,
you guys were talking about who's probably gonna have the best points in this. I probably think the one that's gonna have you'll be surprised that he'll have probably the worst summer league is probably gonna be Deuce, because they're gonna ask him to play the point guard, and they're gonna ask specific things from him. And hopefully, mentally he'll be kind of like what they did with IQ. You saw how IQ was so in the summer league because they asked him to play point guard, and he had to adjust his game. He couldn't just shoot all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if Deuce, goes through the same set of circumstances.
IQ had averaged 20 points. He was right underneath Obi as far as points.
But it was the first 2 games, he looked like trash. And just like at the beginning of the season, it got into his head a little bit. They were asking him to play point, and it got into his head, man. And then the second half, he was okay, he found his groove. He's okay, I can do this, and then I could do that too. And he didn't have Derrick Rose around to
mentor him and correct him.
That and to take minutes away from him. So you're getting extra minutes. You've never played this many minutes before, and that takes a toll. That's why these kids, they hit rookie walls, sophomore slumps, all that stuff. That's why you say you really get the player. You really know what player you are in the third year. This is going to be Obi and IQ's third year.
Man, I feel like IQ is going to be special this year. I don't know why, but something is telling me he's going to go bananas this season.
I think our guys are going to play well, man. I think we might have a shot at being a legit playing team, 7-8 seed. You know what I'm saying? There's play-ins now, so 7-8 seed isn't a playoff team; it's a playing team. Mm-hmm. But being a legit 7-8 seed is a pretty big deal to me compared to what happened last year.
Bro, if you notice, almost at the end of the season, pretty much all the games, IQ was looking more for either Obi or Sims. And I'm not saying that he's not passing around; he's passing around, but if he's getting a better wide open look with those 2 main cat, he's just passing it to those 2. Those are his main focus. You remember 3 lobs back to back or in one game that he had with Sims. And I'm in my mind, damn, if he could do this with Mitch could look even better because his passes throwing the lobs is right on point. It's like a quarterback.
Yeah, it takes time because he didn't have that timing down at first. You know what I'm saying? That split second he was missing Obi pointing up, but then it was already gone and over with. But he feels more comfortable now.
You're gonna be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I don't want to keep on tooting this guy's horn, bro, but you're gonna be pleasantly surprised at like what Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be able to do with IQ, like because he's going to be able to do that handoff that Randall and Evan Fournier does, but he's better at it than Randall because he sets the pick. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna definitely set the pick that's gonna get you open. So if you just run off his body, if you rub off him, you're gonna get a wide open 3-point shot, man. IQ is gonna be jacking up them 3-pointers like no one's business, bro.
Well, we don't want
Him,
to be stacking
Evan,
them up, though.
Evan Fournier, Evan Fournier is gonna be. Last year, his favorite target was Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard had a phenomenal year from the 3-point line. He was like one of the best 3-point shooters last year. I could see that being Evan Fournier, bro. Just waiting in the wings. If Arnstein's not able to hand it off to IQ, he'll take a couple of dribbles and just pass out to the side, and Fournier is gonna be right there open for the 3-point shot, man. It's gonna be freaking nice, man. It's gonna be freaking nice, bro. I wasn't happy about no player on the offensive side because I'm a defensive guy, right? Like I like defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Me
saying? I
too.
just like being smart on offense, but I'm a defensive guy at heart. But just to know that we're gonna be able to be able to play with space and pace, man, it's gonna be nice, bro.
Man, I love what we doing, man. Keeping one squad defense more focused, and the other squad just shoot it like crazy. Let's start running this like Memphis or Golden State, because remember, there's a man. If we get our defense locked in, you imagine that you remember the Lakers versus Philly when Allen Iverson and they put Fox. I don't know if it was Fox that they put him to Allen Iverson, and he was irritated because say it again.
Tyronn Lue.
Tyra Lue. There we go. Like he was irritated because this dude stick to this to Allen Iverson like glue.
Probably the best thing Lakers could do, yeah.
So it's like one of those that if you playing offense with the bench and there's a player out there that is shooting or out shooting our bench, and we have a player that sticks to another player like glue, hey, DM up. Don't let that dude go, man. It's gonna be lovely. I like what I'm seeing with our Knicks, bro. Like, yeah, of course we want to see it a little bit faster, but it's one of those, man, that if you want something done properly, you got to build the foundation before you start building the first floor, the second. Make sure that thing is properly built.
So who gets the highlight tomorrow? Is it Montero shaking somebody getting to the cup, or is it Farron Hunt or Sims getting a
Sims with the dunk? Sims with the dunk. Yo, I gotta be out, fellas, man. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Have a good one, brother.
Ciao, man.
Man, I still have my chips on two players. It's Deuce and Sims, especially Sims. But the only reason I don't want to say nothing about Montero is because I don't want to jinx nothing. I hope everything goes well. That's it. That's the only thing I'm saying. Because remember, he's not a college player. He was international. So if we got something with Montero, oh man, I'm telling you right now, this is going to open more the draft to pursue elsewhere. And that's what I'm looking for. If things works out, now we don't need to focus on either international on Europe side or the college draft. Always we could go to the third option, international in the United States.
Yep. I hear you on that.
Oh, you guys have seen that game, Memphis versus who was it? OKC. OKC.
Yeah, Kenny Lofton was bullying Chet.
Oh my god,
Dogging, yeah.
Bro, Lofton is gonna be Bane 2.0, and the only reason I'm saying 2.0 is because he has that tank in him, bro. Like he has that body. Like
he's gonna be the bigger version of Bane.
Yeah, bro. You saw that three he took, almost half court.
So all of it, yeah.
Bro, if you're not sold with that three, that he's gonna be that Bane 2.0.
Lofton, I kind of knew he would be a dog though. A guy like him, I kind of knew.
And he was drafted what number?
He was undrafted.
What?
I thought he was drafted second round. I didn't know he was undrafted, yo.
Why the hell we? Oh, Lord.
So he definitely got a grudge. He definitely has a grudge on him. Yo,
He has
Jay,
that
salute.
chip.
Jay Boogie, I was asking everybody about you. Salute, man. You got a session at 3:30 this morning. Catch you, make it. Yeah, I got you, Jay Boogie. I'm gonna give you a ring when I get a chance, man. I got you, brother. Good to hear from you, though, Boogie. And Almighty Finesse. I'm watching. I have the stream on my TV, so I'm looking at it back and forth on my TV. Long story. So I have it connected. I'm screen mirroring, however you say it. But yeah, Kenny Lofton, yeah, he was wilding, man. It's funny because Chet, that's like an early humbling for him. You know what I mean? Like that's a taste of what he's gonna get in the league, though. It's gonna be dudes. Everybody keeps saying Embiid gonna go at him. Certain big centers like Cousins, Embiid. I think it was Jokic. They mentioned one more. They said Steven Adams. They said certain guys are gonna dog him, which is true though. But I'm rooting for the youngin, man. I think he got moves.
Check is not far off. Like, man, like people compare him to KD. I'm telling you right now, I see something in there. I see some. Go ahead, Culley.
Who they compare him to?
They compare him with KD and two other players.
Well, the movements, yeah, I understand.
And I see something. It's one of those projects that, yeah, he's almost there. We just need to fix one or two more, 2-3 things. That's it. But man, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem if everything works out well with him, because remember, there's a lot of draft that actually supposed to be high picks, and whenever they come to the NBA, they just do not blossom the way that everybody expected, and then they get traded or they get kicked out, and it's just sad,
Right. I didn't get to watch the Apollo game. I didn't really get to watch it. I stopped watching the summer league, man. I don't really care. For any of my Knicks, I don't really care to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even one thing that bothered me is that why the hell teams like that made it in the, how do you call it, in like top 10 or top 11? Why the hell we can't be one of the first group to actually play? Have you noticed that? Like, it's every year. Like, we always one of the the later one.
Right, like why we play like 4 days after it starts, right?
Yeah, like at least, bro. If we make it into playoff, I understand, or something like that. But we didn't even made it to the play-in, and we have to wait like 4 days
because they're waiting for all the playoff teams to get some rest so they can hit us with all the playoff teams.
Man, they trying to make sure that their rookie gets some burn. So now we could look even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because look, we got the Warriors and we got Chi-Town right afterwards. Like, man,
who the Bulls get? They got a good pick. I just can't remember.
They got Dalen Terry.
Dalen Terry. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted Dalen Terry. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the only guy. Oh, there's a Patrick Baldwin Jr. I think they got.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. Warriors got Patrick Baldwin.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna light us up too. I hate to say it like that. I forgot. Yeah. Patrick Baldwin is a bucket. That they said that's a good fit with Warriors. It's like they draft well. It's like that's why the Knicks need to develop. Look, this is a championship team picking up a good youngin. That Patrick Baldwin is a good pick for them, yeah.
What about Jaden?
Smooth, small forward that can take you out the bench.
I wanted to draft him, but there was other wings that was like higher available talent. But he's one of the guys I had on my list.
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
Patrick Baldwin. He was one of the wings I had on my list as far as like wings, but he was at the bottom end. So it's like I wanted like I wanted the best talent available at the time. Like,
Did anybody seen Jalen Ivey today?
I heard he was. Is he playing right now?
Not that I know, but I believe that he played today or something like that.
I thought he was. What time? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's too late.
Yeah.
I thought he was playing. I thought he was playing like not long ago. Yeah, I heard he was balling. No.
Nah, I heard the contrary.
Oh really?
Yeah, I heard that he didn't showed up or something.
Stinking it up?
Huh?
You say he was stinking it up.
Yeah, or maybe it might be one of those that he was average, but the only reason people is going to be saying like he wasn't balling is because he didn't play the way everybody expected him to show up.
Probably that. He's not playing the way everybody expects him to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even care about him no more. He's not on my Knicks, so I don't care about how. I don't care how his career goes. I do want to see him though in the league, but I ain't worried about him. My Knicks ain't him. I don't care.
I love the way you think, bro. Ain't no more what is it, sponsoring other teams player. Nope. Once the Knicks is out of the play-in or the playoff, time to turn it off.
Like I'll tell you one guy I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at Usman Deng that the Knicks basically picked him up and traded him away. I want to see if he pans out good, see if we regret it. So I want to see if we're gonna kick ourselves for that one, for not getting Usman Deng.
But if they all right, so most likely Bane is gonna get paid because if I'm not mistaken, he's either number 1 or number 2 best player in his position throughout the league.
Right.
But if this dude pans out as well, Lofton, what they gonna do? Like, because it's gonna come to a point. If there's one thing I love from Memphis is that their player development. But at the same time, you can't take away that that's a small market team. They're not gonna keep on paying everybody.
Right. Well, yeah, that's why they was gonna let Tyus Jones go. Remember, that's why Tyus Jones was linked to the Knicks. Well, as far as on the search for a point guard, probably not anymore. But yeah, like you said, not gonna pay everybody. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Lofton is what, a power forward? He's a power forward.
He's a power forward, yeah.
They got Jaren Jackson, so they're pretty good at that position.
That mother flower looks like a tank.
Yeah, yo, he humbled Chet today. I mean, I think Chet was always humble, but he
But it was even 2 players. Like every single time the rotation changed and he was guarding now somebody else, man, it was like even though they lost, but nobody could control or push him to wherever they wanted to push him at. You know, it's like, nah, man, I'm too heavy for you, man. Let me just scoop you up over here.
You know what's crazy? Kenny Lofton is a very mobile power forward, right? He could have went around Chet and just drove. I'm not gonna say he could have just drove by him like it was easy. Chet is a good shot blocker. Instead, he wanted to muscle him on the way to the brack. Like he wanted to like let him know, like he had him being undrafted. It's kind of like it's a grudge. Like I got a grudge with the league, and you like the top 3 pick. Oh, I'm going at you.
He had to though because you got to create that separation and Chet.
Yes,
Chet has that length. You know what I'm saying? So you had to have him bounce. You had to bounce him off you real quick and then get that separation. That's why he did that. But yeah, that too. The bully him and make him let him feel it too, feel the pain. But at the same time, if he would have went straight up, he would have got blocked.
Bro, after that 3 shot half court, man, even John Morant got up out of his seat, man, and gave that kid a pound. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Ja even got up. Yeah, I peeped.
Another question: Who do you guys think that is going to be showing up to Summer League to at least show support to our rookie? Most likely it's going to be either Julius or Randall because Brunson is out of the picture. Still, nothing has been said.
IQ.
That would be even lovely.
Probably IQ and Obi. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if Julius is going to show up. I really don't know.
He better show up. Jeez. After seeing John Moran showing up, it's lovely, man. It's like, just think about it. You coming into a new organization, yeah, you expect any bum to be there. Oh, it's John Moran. Wow.
Yeah, like the best player on the team is like, like, and he gave, you know what I'm saying? For Kenny Lofton, it's like, yo, he gave you a dab. It's like he see the talent coming in. He supports it.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah, that is dope, yo. I want to see who's there for New York. I got a feeling it won't be a player. I got a feeling it'll more so be, of course, Tibbs, maybe. Tibbs
I see a player being there because think about it. Especially the Knicks is not going to be the only team that is not sending their player. Right. I'm seeing throughout the whole league they have a player. I don't know if it's because they literally saw John Moran supporting his team, and it's like, man, what they doing is nice. Now we have to have a player supporting our rookie as well because we don't want to be the only team not supporting our rookie. You know, it gives a bad sense of feeling. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking RJ. That's the only guy I can think of. I think RJ would be there.
If RJ is there, that's bad luck for Julius Randle.
So that's bad what?
That's a bad luck for Julius Randle.
Sounds like I'm right though, because Knicks Boulevard said IQ and Obi are there.
I think they're gonna be there too. That's what, yeah.
What?
But I'm about
that's what he mentioned. Shout out to Knicks Boulevard stuff. Yep.
Oh my God.
Let's just shout out some cats in the chat. We got Almighty Finesse in the building. Julian Blum, what it do? Best of worst.
Child, salute.
What's
Man
good?
Child, he's a project. I know. But yeah, salute Man Child, salute best of worst, Knicks Boulevard, salute. My man Jules, salute. D Public Enemy, salute. I don't know how to say the name. Elo Mafi, salute. Damn. Of course, we got Nick Yak, salute. Jerry Fitz, salute. Salute y'all for tuning in. JJ, Justin King, salute. Bodega, salute. I think C-Mac was in here too, salute. Truly Hill, Romeo, salute. Oh, Our Future Media, what up, brother? Hey, Freezy. Oh, he left. Okay, my bad.
I think he's fixing something.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow, guys, to Vibes and Stuff in the morning.
What do you guys think about RJ playing for the Euro League or whatever he's playing?
I want RJ to stay sharp, man. So I'm for it. I want him to stay sharp and keep playing as much as he can.
Man,
season's over. I mean, it's starting soon, but I'm very objective with RJ. I ain't gonna be with all this inconsistency BS this next season. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a lot to work on. He's flawed in like every aspect. I'm just being real, and I like RJ, but he's flawed. He's flawed in a lot of places.
Man, I feel like with RJ, man, it would have. You know that there's always going to be fan base that is always going to be complaining about everything. You can't get everything. Hopefully, he gets better doing what he's doing. But to me, it will be even much smarter, man. Bro, you getting paid, it might be chum change because you're still in the rookie deal, but you should have gotten somebody to actually help you with that free throw, help you with something new, and go to the fucking go to go to the street, play some hard type of play, get that Detroit kind of feeling.
Park, go to Rucker. Well, I don't know about Rucker Park, but go to what's it, West 4th Street? Go to West 4th Street, man.
145th Street, in where is it? Like right by the bridge, crossing to the BX. They be playing ball there too. Like somebody that gets you with that gritty, like.
Yeah, go to a New York gym and cook, man. I just want to see him. Yeah, like you said, I want to see him work. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm not for the inconsistency this season. I'm not for it. Work on that free throw too, like you said. Work on that damn free throw, man.
Even Freezy said it a couple of times yesterday and the day before yesterday that if he only made 2 free throws every single time he went to the line on each game, he would have been 22 points instead of 20.
Yeah, I seen it. I was watching the show yesterday. Yeah, he would have a lot more. He'd have a lot more points than you think. Yes. A guy got to hit free throws, man. He should be working on that shot right now.
Yeah, and you know why, Culley? Because you could see if there's one thing, 2 things positive. I love that he's durable, and another thing that I love from RJ is that he does not have a problem getting into the line. So if you don't have a problem getting into the line, bro, fix your freaking free throw.
Yeah,
bro,
you have to hurt when you get there. Yes,
you are golden. Like how many people. For some reason, they could go down, but they don't get calls on their favor because they just do something wrong and it goes against them. But for some reason, bro, you have everything in your power. You look good when you call in that contact, and all of a sudden you go to that free throw and it's like, just like Freezy said, you gotta be. You feel like you sweating bullets because you don't even know what you got with RJ.
Right, because like you said, it's good to have somebody on the team that gets to the line. So it's like, yeah, you have to get there and you have to convert. It's not done. It's not over once you get to the line. You have to knock down both those free throws. We lost a few games like that in the clutch from these dudes free throws.
Yep.
So it's not, that's just like, come on, man, that's embarrassing, man.
And those are free throws that we needed, just like you said.
Yeah. I remember Randall had one with that Brooklyn game. I was so mad about that. I think was it the Brooklyn? No, that actually no. Yeah, I think it was the Brooklyn game, and he got mad about something. He got mad at the ref and got technical.
Man, there was a game, bro, that RJ was in the line. We needed 2 points, and I'm like, all right. Oh, it's RJ. We definitely going to miss this one, and he makes that one, and I'm like, why? Why? We could have gone for that rebound, and it seems like he just realized that, and it's like, come on, man, you can't do that. You gotta have better IQ,
right? Yeah. It's a lot this team needs, yeah. It's a lot to work on. More than one Randall Free. Yeah, Randall too. Yes, yeah. Nothing's wrong with But what they talking about in the chat? I'm sorry. RJ needs to stop using DoorDash, eating bad food. That's funny.
Doesn't he has like 3 commercials now with DoorDash? One with a steak, another one with an oxtail, and I don't even know what's the third one.
He got one with what was with a steak. I didn't know it was I forgot it was with DoorDash. That's funny.
Yeah, gotta know your goat.
That's funny. He probably doesn't even use DoorDash. Probably uses Uber Eats. Probably just advertises for them. That's the funny part.
Hey, if they pay it, forget about it.
Right. Exactly. They pay and forget about it.
Well, at least RJ has DoorDash. Julius Randle has what's that car a company?
Zoom Vroom.
Vroom. Yeah.
Oh man, these guys in the effing commercials, man. Now I think RJ is gonna be at the summer league though. Yeah, to be honest with you. I sense it. I got that feeling he's gonna be there, and I can see them. You know how sometimes these guys be at the game, and they get interviewed while they're at the game. Like they be sitting in courtside, they have the headphones on, they get interviewed. And they're like, what do you think is gonna happen this new season? They ask. I could just see him getting interviewed.
But somebody already put out on the chat that he's playing for the Euro League for.
You're right. He is playing. You're right. So never mind. Yeah. He's not gonna be there. I'm sorry. I'm slow for that one. It's probably gonna be. It's either gonna be Randall, IQ, or Obi. It's gotta be. I don't see Mitch doing it. No. So it's gonna be one of them 3. Maybe all 3.
You imagine Sims as well? Sims, what do you got to say? We're going to do great things next season. Because this is a guy he barely talks.
Right. Well, he's gonna be playing, but I mean, courtside, yeah.
Sims would be like, come check out my movie on Halloween.
Bro, yesterday we had this conversation saying like, so who's that leader, like that vocal defensive leader? And I said, it's Jericho Sims. And everybody started, everybody started ripping me off on the chat. I'm like, bro, I'm just trolling, bro. Like, come on, we all know Sims doesn't. He barely speaks. Whenever he has a good game and they do that press conference, it's like he's focused on the question. Like he knows what he's gonna say, but it's like with two words. That's it. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
It's funny because I remember Mitch was like that too. Mitch didn't. Mitch was very socially awkward. He didn't speak. Now he's like very outspoken. Now you see his personality somewhat.
Man, Mitchell Robinson is awkward, but Mitchell.
Good.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson spoke. This dude looks like he doesn't speak, bro. Like he's mute or something.
He's a straight up mute. Yeah. I actually would be scared of him if he spoke. Who knows? You never know what's he gonna say.
I want to see him getting mad. You imagine that he shows a different personality. Right. Yo, what the? Whoa!
I remember I finally seen Kawhi get I finally seen him get mad, but not really mad. What's his name? He got into something with Caron Butler. I was like, wow, I never would have thought. Caron just pushed him or something like that. And Kawhi pushed him back. Like he shoved him hard. So I'm like, wow, I never saw somebody get him mad. Plus, you never saw the I think it was JJ Redick's podcast where he was talking about I think Duncan Robinson was on there and he was talking about Sims. Duncan Robinson got dunked on by him in college. So Max Strus, it was a game that the Knicks played the Heat, and Max Strus, Jericho Sims caught like a lob. He caught like a crazy lob. Mm-hmm. He was at the free throw line, and Max Strus was like, "Yo," chill out, like you getting up there, like you know. Like, yo, ask your boy how I get up there. Ask your boy about my bounce. He was talking about Duncan Robinson.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So Max Strus, he asked him, after the game, like, "Yo, what's he talking about?" He was talking about college or whatever. And it was just funny. They was like, yeah, Jericho Sims does talk ish. You know what I'm saying? It was mad funny when I heard that story.
Man, I heard who I heard. I heard
Yeah, he talks this on the low. My man Jules said in the chat. Yeah, he does. He talk on the low.
I heard somebody in ESPN like speaking about who's I think it was Kevin Garnett, like who's the best player trash talk, and he started mentioning name, and then he said, oh, but another one is gonna be surprising, but that dude from the Spurs,
Oh, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, yeah, because the way he says it, like, oh, you almost got me. Ah, that was a good one. And it's like you don't even know if he's actually trying to play you or something.
Yeah, he talk. Him and Tim Duncan have a history though, man, like a crazy history. They used to go at it. Like they have a wild history of going at it. I heard I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna say it on the show, but he said something real slick to Tim Duncan, man. It was personal too. I'm just like, wow, Tim Duncan he ain't go upside his head for that one. Somebody might know in the chat. I'd rather not say it though. It's kind of messed up. But yeah. But yeah,
you still rocking for a minute, Culley?
I ain't see Freezy. I mean, I thought Freezy was on his. I thought Freezy was. Freezy come back. I thought Freezy was on his streak of sleepless nights. But I mean, it don't matter, man. It's up to Freezy, man.
No, man, I'm here. I've been here the whole time. I'm just doing pre-production for vibes and stuff. That's all.
Oh, all right, man. All right, man.
Yeah. That's all. I'm doing. Matter of fact, while I'm here, man, I want y'all to check out this thing. I'm trying to do hood horoscopes for tomorrow.
Hood horoscopes?
Yeah, hood horoscopes. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving horoscopes the hood way. Like yesterday for Aquarius, for Aquarius, I think the horoscope of the day for Aquarius was tax time is not a holiday. You know what I'm saying? Just for the Aquariuses. You know what I'm saying? And I think for somebody else, it was, a nail technician shouldn't be in your emergency contacts.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
What you got for your sign, Capricorn?
You know what? Let me show it. Let me.
Man, you forgot about Capricorn again?
No, I got it. I got Capricorn.
I'm just
tune in tomorrow for your hood horoscopes.
Hood horoscopes. Yeah, man. And I'm working on what are they thinking? That's a segment where you take like a funny video clip of like a boy and a girl together, and you try to read their mind. Like, what are they thinking? You know what I'm saying? So it's Sub be checking it out. Sub see what we be doing. Matter of fact, I'll show one.
I be listening, but I be driving the trucks though, so I can't watch. You know what I'm saying? I just be listening.
Yeah, that's right. I'll play one right now. What is she thinking? Okay, here's one. So Culley, what is she thinking?
She's pregnant. She's thinking she's pregnant, and she don't know how to tell him because it ain't his.
She like, I think she thinking like he gave me up like you know what I'm saying, the sex was gonna be all that, and like 3 minutes later he already been texting for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's calling his boy talking about I put it down.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Because I'm looking at but it's more so what is he thinking? But I'm looking at both of their vibe, and it's like it's more so like, I don't know how to tell him how I feel. Like I feel like I'm wasting my time. Yeah, like what you said. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Like the vibe is off. He's back there on his phone, like he's ready to leave. Yeah. She's sitting there just.
Man, I'm looking at it like his game is weak when he's getting on under that belt.
Yeah.
She don't know what to tell him. Like she don't know how to tell him something. Or should I tell him now, or should I wait?
Yeah,
something
man.
Like that's what it looked like. That's funny.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, it's one of these things. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like when I got one more. I'll show it to y'all. I've been listening the whole time, man. But let me show you.
She's thinking, what is Leon doing? It's like, now I'm like, go ahead.
Oh, I think I might have froze something up. Hold on. Here it is. What is she thinking? She here with this dude.
She's talking about decorations, how she wants to, decorate the whole house, and from curtains to paint on the wall and to bringing all. He's like, yeah, whatever. So she's
thinking she has a good business, like she's about to close a deal on real estate. She's explaining everything to him.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay,
if you look at that man, he looks like, yeah, I'm not all about that. You got to pay.
I didn't know it was gonna be this complicated. And she like planning the wedding. He like, damn, we only dated twice. And she's talking about we only dated twice, and she planning out the wedding. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So if y'all want to wrap up here, man, we can wrap up here. That's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that sub. You want Culley? Y'all want to get us out of here?
It's up to sub, man. I think sub.
Yep. I'd like to thank those who joined us tonight. Knicks after party. I'm saying don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Vibes and stuff in the morning it'll be 8 a.m.ish to 9 a.m.ish around that time. My boy Chuck Allen, Knicks for life. I'm saying dope show. Y'all saw a little bit of what it is right now, and don't forget to tune in next week. Appreciate Nice sliding through. We had Eddie C slide through. Slid through for a minute, and don't be shy. Stop by, say hi. All right, y'all. We out. Next after party.
Kill it.